How we doing, folks? How we doing, folks? It's Kelley. We're live. How was your night? Y'all sleep well? How you doing? It's Kelley, your Certified Holistic Nutritionist. Good morning. How we doing? Y'all ready to have some fun today? As we always do. What do we talk about here? My name is Kelley. If you're just joining us, my name is Kelley, your Certified Holistic Nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airwaves of Houston, Texas now. Been in Houston, Texas now 11 years. Been in Texas altogether now for 14 years. All right, but before that, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, ruined my life, ran my life. Now, my mission is to help you turn all that stuff around. To defeat the villain. Who's the villain? Oh, the villain is insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction. These are all the enemies. PCOS. The question is, how do we defeat it? How do we lower our A1C naturally? Is diabetes reversible, or once you get diabetes, you have to have it for the rest of your life? Type 2 diabetes we're talking about, right? Type 1, whole different story. But for insulin resistance, type 2 diabetics, yeah, it's very, very, very possible. If you're willing to do the work, the work that it takes to get what you want, you'll make it happen. That's going to be your story. We're going to rewrite your whole story. Here's what we're going to do today. We're here every day, Monday through Saturday, 7:15 Central Time through 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So basically, 8:15 Eastern till noon, Monday through Saturday. And what do we talk about? We talk about defeating that enemy, insulin resistance. And how we're going to do that? We're going to do it through the power of your lifestyle. So it should always be, here's what I believe. I believe that it should always be lifestyle first, medication second. How we doing, folks? Thanks for joining us. My name is Kelley. If you're just coming into the room, my name is Kelley, your Certified Holistic Nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. Tap in with me and let me know where you're from. What city are you from? What country are you from? What state you're from, man? Where you tapping in from? Like I said, I'm out of Houston, Texas, man. Good to see y'all. Oh, we're talking about how to defeat this villain, this thing that's taken over, right? Insulin resistance, high A1C. I know about all that stuff too well because now I'm a nutritionist and a health coach. But before that, I wasn't a nutritionist and a health coach. I was working in the oil and gas industry, being a corporate trainer, traveling across the world, eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, however I wanted. And as a result, I go to the doctor, probably similar to how you went to the doctor. And I got the diagnosis of having heart disease and being obese and being a diabetic, all at the very same doctor's visit, right? It was the triple whammy. It was the hat trick. The hat trick is what I call it. Let me get some water. You ever play hockey? If you ever watch hockey, when you watch hockey, check it out. You scored 3 goals in one game. 3. You score that in one game, guess what they're going to do? The people are going to celebrate you. People are going to throw their hats down on the ground. People are going to say, you did a great job on the ice. You did a great job. It's a hat trick. It's 3 goals in one game. Congratulations. But you see, for me, it wasn't a hat trick. Have you experienced this? Do you know what I'm talking about when you go to that doctor's visit and you get that visit, and that visit, you're just like, oh, man, that's the visit that I dread right there. You know what I mean? That's the visit. I don't want to do that visit. I've been there. So I know exactly how it feels. But now here's the thing. I'm on the other side of it. There's no more diabetes, no more heart disease, no more obesity. Look, check it out. Look. Tell me if you can see yourself in this story. Can you see yourself in this story right here? Look. Like, here we go, right here. Can you see, is your story like this? Thank you for the daily heartening. Is your story like this? Look. Let me pull it up here. Look at this. Is this your story? Same story as mine? 2 weeks before I took this picture, diabetes, heart disease, obesity. This was this was 2 weeks before my diagnosis. Are you familiar with this? Is this your story? All right, look at how much, look at all that stuff. 2 weeks after that, diabetes, heart disease, obesity. That was the diagnosis. So folks, is that your story? See, when I went to the doctor, I wasn't thinking, that I was going to get diagnosed with all that. I didn't think I was going to get the hat trick. Question is, if that's your story, if you feel the exact same way, we're going to get you on the other side of it. We're going to flip the whole script and say, nah, we're not going out like that. So here's the thing about insulin resistance and diabetes and all of that stuff. Erectile dysfunction and PCOS and all that. It's all just from your lifestyle. That's it. It's all from a very, very specific things in your lifestyle need to change. Because if they don't, then that condition that you have is most likely going to persist. Because what you resist will persist. You're like, well, what the hell does that mean, Kelley? What you resist, you will persist. Well, we resist changing our lifestyle. We resist changing our lifestyle until it's too late, or until we hit rock bottom. We resist. And as a result, we had to keep on taking the medication, keep on taking the medication. Our A1C kept continuing to rise. So what you resist will persist. We're gonna have to do the work. That is what we gotta go through. The work, doing the work. What is the work? Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, the effective sleep. These 4 areas of your life cannot be prescribed to you by a doctor. These 4 areas of your life cannot be prescribed to you by me. The only person that can prescribe you this medication is you, okay? You're the only person that can prescribe yourself this medication. Now, all the information I'm going to give y'all today, folks, this is not medical advice. I always say, hey, yeah, go speak with your doctor. But I will be giving you a lot of practical tools to use so that you can use these tools for the rest of your life and transform your health. Like some of the success stories. If you were here yesterday, we had another beautiful success story. We had Janet on. Janet came on and shared her success story about joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge and changing her lifestyle. Now, lowering her A1C starts here. You heard the story yesterday, or the one from last week with Jazzy. Okay, her A1C went from an 8 to a 6. in 2 weeks. Okay. From an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. 14 days. That is how quickly your body wants to heal. That's how quickly your body can regenerate itself. If you give it the right tools. If you give it the right tools, if you give your body the right equipment, and if you give it the right amount of time, whoo, doesn't really, your body can do anything. And then you can go back and you can blow your doctor's mind. You be like, yo, doc, my number went from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. Blowing your mind. Janet, yesterday, 80 years old. Shout out to her. She accepted the challenge. And now the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. And now she's on the road to recovery. She's still in the challenge, but she's on the road to recovery. 80 years old. The question is, are you going to be the next success story? Or are you going to be the next success story that comes and goes and gets their next doctor's visit and they get a clean bill of health? Okay? Is that going to be you? If that's going to be you, put a me in the chat. Put a me in the chat. When you go to your next doctor's visit, you are going to come back, and it is going to come back with you're going to clean bill of health. Put a me in the chat. That's what's going to happen to you. Put a me in the chat. What is the challenge? The 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, where we are taking, it is a blueprint that if you're struggling with, if you tried everything, here's what the challenge is for. If you've tried everything and nothing has worked, and you believe that you're just going to be stuck with diabetes, insulin resistance, all this stuff forever, then you need to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge and prove yourself wrong. Okay? Because that's what we're doing. We're flipping the whole script in 14 days. It is a blueprint. We're taking your nutrition and we're going to streamline it for 14 days. It is the same blueprint. You saw the pictures when I was overweight, obese, and all that stuff. Same blueprint that I put myself through. Same blueprint that everybody else, all my clients go through. 14 days. We're basically giving yourself, we're going to give yourself a blood sugar shower. Okay? A blood sugar shower. Because we're going to knock that blood sugar off. 14 days. And when you go back to your doctor after 14 days, your A1C is going to look a whole lot different. Your fasting blood sugar is going to look a whole lot different. We're going to get you off of the glucose roller coaster. So that's what the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is about. It is a blueprint for your nutrition to naturally lower your A1C, just using your nutrition. That's what it is, folks. I got you, man. TBMG, Thugger, hang out, man. We're getting ready to get into it. How does fasting help? Man, fasting helps tremendously, right? But you got to train your body to fast. We can talk about that. We're getting ready to start class, folks. If you're new to me, can it help being an over-road truck driver? Yes, truck drivers have joined the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, Bakari, as long as you have a crock pot. You have a crock pot and maybe like a little fridge. Crock pot and a little fridge. If you can put that in your truck, many truck drivers have done it. Had a truck driver a few weeks ago call me. He called me on a Sunday. He was happy. He was happy. He said, man, it worked. He said, it worked. I said, what happened? He said, I went to the doctor. He said, I did the challenge. I went to the doctor and it worked. That was all he wanted to tell me. He was so happy. Yeah, I was excited for it. So that's it, man. 14 days. You hang out with me for 14 days. We're going to show you what's possible. I'm going to show you what's possible in 14 days. Stuff that you never thought of before. Like, man, I never thought that this was possible. I've been dealing with this for 20 years. No. We're flipping the whole script. And that is when we're going to start. That's what we're going to start first, folks. We're getting ready to start class right now. You know how it is when class is in session. Today's first lesson is all about everything A1C, right? So we got to understand who the villain is. So do me a favor, folks, and put the word A1C in the chat, because if you want to know more about what an A1C is or hemoglobin A1C is, because class is in session, folks. We're going to talk more about the challenge. Don't worry, we're going to talk about the challenge. We got a quiz. We got the masterclass. That link that's in my bio. That link in my bio, man, it's like Disney World for a diabetic. So if you're suffering from insulin resistance, that link is like this. It's going to be like Disney World for you. Right? So let's get into it. A1C, here we go. All right. Class is in session, folks. Here we go. Class is in session. Woo. Oh. Class is in session. Okay, folks. As you know, A1C, I know. How to lower it, I don't. Okay? But we're about to get into it. We're about to find out. Here's the two. Thank you for saying that. Jules, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do two things. Number one is for those folks who really don't know what this number really means. A lot of folks really don't know what this number really means. So we're going to break this whole thing down and we're going to put it into the debate and tell you what this number really means today. And then after that, the next part is I'm going to tell you how to fix it. I'm going to tell you how to bring that number back down to the ideal range. The ideal range is, this is what we're going to shoot for. We're putting this up top. Before we even start talking about A1C, we're going to put the ideal range on the top. Right up there. 4.9 to 5.3. That's what it is. Okay, well, let's get into it then. What the heck is a hemoglobin A1C? First part, how to fix it. That's what we're talking about right now. What is it? What the heck's a hemoglobin A1C? Right? Lower A1C starts here. Here we go. Who's ever gone to the doctor and they say, listen, you're anemic. You've got low iron. You're anemic, you got low iron. You know what I mean? Who's ever gone to the doctor and they've experienced that before? Put a me in the chat. Put a me in the chat. If you've ever gone to the doctor and they said that you've got low iron or that your hemoglobin is low. Put a me in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, do me a favor, folks. Bebop this screen and share the live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this chronic health condition known as insulin resistance or diabetes. Share this live out with their too. Share it out there. Let's see who up. Me. Let's see if we got any me's in the chat. Any me's? 3 months of sugar. Okay. Somebody. All right. What about your hemoglobin though? We're just talking about hemoglobin right now. We're not talking about the A1C part yet. But the hemoglobin. Who's ever gone to the doctor and they say, "Whoo, I'm low. My energy's low. You're anemic. All of that stuff, right?" Who's ever gone to the doctor and experienced that? Let's see. Put a me in the chat. There we go. There goes some me's. There goes some me's. Let's see. Oh, me. Brandy said me. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. No. Just said no. Me. Ooh, there's a lot of me's. Okay, fine. So let's find out what it means to actually be a diabetic. So here we go. Hemoglobin is iron and oxygen. This right here, iron, oxygen. That's what the word hemo means. So oxygen-rich blood. Literally, every time you breathe, hemoglobin goes through every cell of your body. Breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. That's literally your oxygen. Oxygen-rich blood. That's what the word hemo means. The word globin means protein. Like, it's carried through every cell of the body. Every cell of the body being carried by a protein. So iron and oxygen literally touches every cell of the body. Okay, so it sounds like very important stuff, doesn't it? Sounds like very important stuff. It's so important that, here it is, that if you don't have enough of it, the doctors will actually give you a blood transfusion. That's how important stuff is. They'll give you a blood transfusion. Okay, the A1C is how much sugar has been stuck to the hemoglobin over the past 3 months. It's stuck to it. What do you mean stuck to it, Kelley? Well, I said hemoglobin goes through every cell of your body. It's you, basically. Every cell of your body, it's you. Hemoglobin is you, basically. The sticky stuff, the sugar, imagine just taking a piece of candy and eating a piece of candy and it getting all over your hands, or you just take some soda and the soda just gets all over your hand, or you go jump into a big swimming pool of Mountain Dew. Okay? That's what it feels like. Every cell of your body has sugar stuck to it. But how much sugar? How much sugar? Oh yeah, over the past 3 months. How much sugar, the sticky stuff, has been stuck to your hemoglobin? Doesn't sound like a good thing. Okay, stuck. 4 to 30. That is the percent. This number, the A1C, can go as low as 4, as high or as high as 30. So it's a percent. It's a percent of sugar. How much sugar is stuck to the hemoglobin over the past 3 months? Okay. So, all right. We're figuring this out. So what does it mean, folks? Who knows what it means, this number, when your hemoglobin A1C gets to a 5.7 to a 6.4? Who can tell me what that means, folks? Put a me in the chat if you know what it means when your hemoglobin A1C gets to a 5.7 to a 6.4. You go to the doctor and you get your checkup and your number comes back anywhere between these numbers. Terry, okay? Terry, this is for you, Terry. I know you're gonna ask. Okay, where does 6.1 fall? Right here, Terry. Okay. Pre-diabetes. Let me get another pen, folks. This one is clunked out on me. Yeah, what does it mean? What does it mean, folks? Let's see what we got. Oh, let's see. Good morning. Out walking. Had avocado, mushroom, spinach for kale for breakfast. Great. What type of food do we need to stay away from? We're gonna get to food. It means you're pre-diabetes. But yeah, pre-diabetic. So right now we're understanding what the hell this number is. Pre-diabetic. Okay. But that still doesn't tell me anything. What does it mean to be a pre-diabetic? Okay, let's figure that out. Who can tell me what the most important hormone is in the body? The hormones, right? For those who have been in my class before, I know you know, okay? For anybody who's new here, can you tell me what do you think is the most important hormone in the body? There's a lot of hormones. There's cortisol, there's estrogen, there's testosterone, there's dopamine, there's insulin, there's glucagon, which one do you think is the most important though? I'm new. Yeah, if you're new, what do you think the most important hormone is? In the whole body. The whole body. Okay? Oh, somebody insulin. Something good don't happen to you. Sometimes something good don't happen to you. Yeah. Most important hormone in the body. Ooh, insulin. Insulin. Any more guesses? Insulin going one. Oh, estrogen. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay. And the winner is, drum roll, insulin. Insulin is the most important hormone in the body. Now, those are all important hormones that y'all named. All of them are important. They all have their role. But the most important one, the king of kings, is insulin. You're like, well, why do you say that, Kelley? Well, here's why. We're talking about hemoglobin A1Cs and all that stuff. But if you're type 1 diabetic and you don't have enough insulin going through your body, you don't have insulin, you don't produce insulin, you have to manually inject insulin. It's called insulin dependent. Why? And they have to do that for the rest of their life. Even if it started at 10 months old. If you started at 10 months old and you become a type 1 diabetic at the age of 10 months old, now you have to use insulin for the rest of your life. Why? It's because the hormone is that important. If you do not have it, you will not survive. So this number, folks, to be a pre-diabetic, this number means that the insulin resistance has started. Now, I don't know about you folks, but if insulin is the most important hormone in the body, and this number is an indicator of how insulin resistant I am becoming, isn't that not a problem? Is that not a problem, folks? I think that's a big problem. Okay, well, let's keep going then. Let's up the ante a little bit. What happens? I'm going to tell you what it is first, and then we're going to talk about how to fix it next. The fix, the ideal number, right? That's what we're going for. How we get it back to there. We're here, but we're going higher right now. Okay, but we're trying to get back here. We're going higher. What happens when you go higher? What happens when you get to 6.5? All that stuff. What happens? 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s. What happens then? Ooh, diabetic. Ooh, resistance. Ooh, diabetic. Ooh, diabetic type 2. Type 2 diabetes. Ooh, that's what everybody's saying. That's what everybody's saying. Type 2 diabetes. Yep. Ooh. That's the verdict, folks. Yep. Okay, but what does that mean? What does that mean to be a diabetic? It really doesn't tell me much. What does it mean? But here's the thing. Here's what it means. It means the higher the number is, so it gets into the 7s, the 8s, the 9s, the 10s, 11s, 12s, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The higher the number is, the more resistant you are to the most important hormone in the body. So what does that mean overall for you? It means, here's what it means overall. Here's your overall picture. It means the higher the number is, it means the faster you're checking out of here. The faster you're leaving us. A lot of years have been taken off your life. How many years? A lot of years. 10, 15, 20 years. My sister passed away at the age of 55 years old due to this condition right here, diabetes. She had it for too many years. And she passed away at the age of 55 years old, just 2 years ago, in her sleep. So here's what it means, folks. If you're insulin resistant, that is the most damaging thing that can happen to your body. That is the most destructive thing that can happen. Here's what I mean by that. It's like a silent assassin, a ninja from the 1980s. If a ninja and a Category 5 hurricane had a baby, I grew up in Florida, so I know a thing or two about hurricanes. If they had a baby, it would be called insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Pre-diabetes means you're already insulin resistant. It just hasn't gotten bad yet. That's all it means. Just hasn't gotten bad yet. Your A1C is how much sugar has been stuck to your hemoglobin. The reason that your sugar is high is because your insulin levels are high. So if your insulin levels are high, if your sugar levels are high, your insulin levels are going to be high. They're married to each other. Insulin levels, sugar levels. Insulin levels, sugar levels. They're married to each other. So the higher the insulin resistance, the more sugar you're going to have that's stuck to your hemoglobin. And remember what we said hemoglobin was? What did we say hemoglobin was? Y'all remember? We said that it's only the life that you breathe. That's all that it is. The easiest way to remember what hemoglobin is, it is literally the life or the oxygen that you breathe. You want to put it to the test? See how long you can hold your breath. See, not very long. It's because my hemoglobin wasn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood. So here's what it means, folks, to have, I'm going to sum it all up. Here's what it means to have a high A1C. It means that if you want to hang out with your kids for just a little while longer, if you want to walk your kid down the aisle, if you want to dance at your granddaughter's funeral, your granddaughter's wedding, okay? You want to dance at your granddaughter's wedding, we're going to have to take a blood sugar shower. We're going to have to take a blood sugar shower to knock this blood sugar, to knock that sugar off of your hemoglobin. The more sugar that you knock off of your life, the more sugar that you knock off the hemoglobin, the longer you live. And you can do that within days, every day. By the time 2 weeks comes, you'll be just like Jazzy. Went from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. She came on and told her story, the most amazing story I've ever heard. Or someone yesterday, they DM'd me yesterday, Patricia was her name. She went from a 9.7 to a 6.6 just by listening, just by putting the stuff into action that I'm saying. She didn't even take the challenge. She just went to work. She took a blood sugar shower. And then that's what you're going to have to do. To get this number to the ideal range, you're like, Kelley, well, what do we got to do? You're going to have to take a blood sugar shower. That's what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to teach you how to take a blood sugar shower. Folks, this is making sense to y'all, what this number actually means, and why you desperately need to get this number back down to the ideal range of a 4.9 to a 5.3. I mean, desperately needed to get it back there. Whatever you got to do, stop it. Stop it right now. Whatever it is that you got to do, stop doing it. We'll stop with whatever it is that you got to go do right now to get your number back to this ideal range. Go do it. It's all about taking a blood sugar shower, which we're going to talk about next. But if this is making sense to y'all folks, put a health yes in the chat. Health yes in the chat, folks. Health yes. Put a health yes if this is making sense to y'all. If you're going to go take a blood sugar shower, health yes. Okay, health yes. All right, cool. Cool. And what do I mean when I say take a blood sugar shower? You're like, well, what the hell's a blood sugar shower, Kelley? Well, here's what a blood sugar shower is. Like I said, we've had folks come in and their A1C goes from a 9.7 to a 6.6, or someone else's A1C went from a 7.1 to a Stephen, his from a 7.1 to a 5.7. And we had Jazzy come on last week and her A1C went from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. Okay. Why? And we go to the doctor and the doctor takes them off of their medication. Why? It's because all they did was go take a blood sugar shower. You can actually knock the sugar off of you can knock that sticky stuff that I talked about. You can knock it off of your hemoglobin. How do you knock it off? Well, you knock it off by the food that you're putting into your body. The food that you're putting into your body will knock off of that blood sugar. Because those red blood cells, those hemoglobin, remember I said oxygen-rich blood? Guess when it's regenerating? Oh yeah, it's regenerating every single day. Every day that you wake up, 24 hours, it's called what's called the circadian rhythm. Every day, these cells are regenerating themselves. These red blood cells, these hemoglobin are regenerating themselves. Coming out new, coming out fresh every day. So how do you knock it off? Every day, you're changing what you're eating. You're changing your life, your meditation. You're meditating. You're active. You're eating clean. You're getting some effective sleep. This is how you knock it off. This is how you knock your blood sugar down. This is how you go back to the doctor and your A1C has dropped 2 points in 2 weeks. 3 months is the overall picture. Yeah. A hemoglobin A1C. Yeah. It's 3 months is the overall picture, because that's how long it takes for all of the red blood cells like to completely turn over. It takes about 3 months. And then you get a whole fresh set. After 3 months, you're like, boom, we're starting fresh, okay? We're starting fresh after 3 months. But you see, this is why people, like I said, their number went from an 8 to a 6. Does that mean that you're diabetic? You still have diabetes? Yeah. That's what it means. Because we talked about the 5.7 to 6.4, all of that stuff, right? But if you're doing this every single day, taking a blood sugar shower, which I'm going to tell you how to take one next. Tell you how to take the shower to get this damn sugar off, because it's sticky, it's nasty. Ugh. You know, when you get soda on your arm, imagine jumping in a big pool of Mountain Dew. Ugh. That's what's going through every cell of your body. So you literally got to go take a shower. Your blood sugar. So this is it, folks. This is making sense to y'all. We're going to go on to the next topic, but here's the thing. Here's the thing I want y'all to do. I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to go register for that quiz. If you have not taken that quiz, if you're suffering from this condition, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, if you know anybody that's struggling with insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction, all of that stuff, man, tell them to go take this quiz. It is a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management styles. Linked in my bio right here. Look. Folks, this thing is like Disney World for a diabetic. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, you want to know how to take a blood sugar shower? All the tools you need are right here. We're going to talk about how to fix this thing next. But all the tools are right here. All right, look, the quiz right here. Boom. Go take that quiz. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. All right. Just like I had to do. These are the 2 styles, right? Team ant, team grasshopper. Which team are you going to be on? You going to be on team ant? You're going to be on team grasshopper. Which team you going to be on? All right. You see the difference between the 2 teams? Okay. Which team would you rather be on? Let me go back. Let me go back. Which team would you rather be on? All right. Team ant or team grasshopper? So go take the quiz. Thank you very much. Go take the quiz. It is a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. It's absolutely free, folks. And then, the master class. That's another freebie. Go get that master. We'll talk about the master class. We're going to talk about right now. But right now, I want y'all to go register for that quiz. Go take the quiz. This is a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand your style. On your marks, get set, go. While I'm going to the next thing, we're gonna flip it up a little bit. My A1C is like a 12 something. Okay. Just remember, the higher the number is, the faster you're checking out of here. Okay. The ideal range, the more you get it back to the ideal range, the longer you're gonna live. That's literally what it means. Hemoglobin A1C is the easiest way to explain it. It's literally the life that you breathe. So you got to knock the sugar off. And that's what we teach you how to do in that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. There's the quiz, folks. There's a quiz on there. There's a master class on there. And then there's the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. The reset challenge is for people who are ready for serious change, like people who have gotten to the point where they don't just desire change. Like change isn't just desired. It's downright necessary. They said, my past has no power over the present moment. This is what these people said. My past has no power over my present moment. So let's go. How do you take a blood sugar shower, folks? How do you take a shower? Step number one. Step number one is this. You got to realize, folks, what we're dealing with. And what we're dealing with, folks, insulin resistance, A1C, and all the lowering of type 2 diabetes, what we're dealing with is an enemy that's right there in front of us. It's right there in front of us. What stands in the way becomes the way. What stands in the way literally becomes the way. To lower your A1C, that's it. How do you do that? You got to maintain your pace. You have to maintain your, here's how we're starting to take a shower now. Maintain, how do you spell maintain? I think maintain your, I don't know what's up with my spelling today. Maintain your pace. Woo. It is a formula, folks, to get yourself back to the ideal range. 4.9 and 5.3. These are the medication. This is the only medication that you can prescribe to yourself. I can't prescribe you this medication. Your doctor can't prescribe you this medication. Like, nobody can prescribe you this medication. Only person that can do that is you. I can't do it. Your family can't do it. Nobody can do it. These are called lifestyle meds, folks. Lifestyle medicine. It is the most neglected form of healing that there is. When people see me, they're always like, well, Kelley, what did you take, man? When they see me with the weight loss and transformation and all that stuff, like you're going to do. They say, what did you take, man? I said, no. What do you mean? What did I take? No. I went to the source of it. I went to the source and I realized that I wasn't maintaining my pace. Here's what I believe. I believe there should always be lifestyle first, medication second. I believe that if you cannot fix it with the diet and the lifestyle, okay, then we can talk about the medication. Like I told you before, I'm not a doctor. It's not medical advice. But what I'm saying is, if type 2 diabetes and A1C and all that stuff, with the exception of type 1 diabetes, if that's all related to lifestyle, type 1 is a little bit different. But for type 2, if it's related to my lifestyle, shouldn't I use my lifestyle to get me out of it? That was my thought process when I lost the weight and I reversed diabetes, no more heart disease, no more none of that. Just a regular, saying like a kid again, feel like a kid again. I had to maintain my pace. And then this is what you're going to have to do. To get your number from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks, like someone did, or from a 7.1 to a 5.7 in 2 weeks, to take a blood sugar shower, you're going to have to maintain your pace. What's the first part of the formula? The first part of the formula to free yourself. It's called the freedom formula. We're going to free yourself. We're going to free yourself from the chains of all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to take meds for the rest of my life. You wake up at night thinking I got to take meds for the rest of my life. If I have insulin resistance from a type 2 diabetic, PCOS, you wake up at night thinking, am I ever, going to conceive? All of those conditions, folks, are related to this. It's called insulin resistance. But to get rid of insulin resistance, very first step, you got to prescribe yourself. The only way to get it back to this ideal range is you got to master these levels. Peaceful mind. Cortisol, folks. Remember we talked about all those important hormones earlier? But the most important one was insulin. Remember we said that? Yeah. But cortisol is like a close second. It's up there, okay? Cortisol gets an honorable mention. Very honorable mention. They can get a runner-up. Because here's what happens whenever you're stressed out. Cortisol means stress. Cortisol means who's getting on your nerves? My mom getting on my nerves, my dad getting on my nerves. Who's getting on my nerves? We got to find out what the source of that is, and we gotta tone it back down. We got to find out a better way to manage that. Because here's what happens when you get stressed and when you allow stress to rule your life. That's a response. Cortisol, so adrenaline and cortisol. When you're stressed, your body's like, I'm in fight or flight mode. I'm ready to fight somebody. Like, I'm stressed out. Like, yeah. Put your dukes up. That's what it means to be stressed. So what happens is your body releases adrenaline. And then once you release the adrenaline, you release cortisol. And then once you release the cortisol, it's like a domino effect. And then once you release the cortisol, then you release blood sugar, stored blood sugar from your liver gets released all through your whole body. And then finally, where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So where blood sugar goes, insulin follows, folks. So that's why stress can set you all the way back. All the way back. I recommend having how do you get a peaceful mind? The very first thing is to understand what stress is. You can only control, remember that you can only control three things. Here's how you give yourself power. You remember that you can only control three things. Your own thoughts, your own actions, and your own reactions. That's it. You can control what you think about. Your thoughts, you can control those. You can control what you do. And you can control how you will react to something. Like when you fall down, how you're going to react to falling down. You're going to get up or you're going to stay down. So that's why it's so important to manage your stress, folks. To get it under control, like not now, but right now. Because it will ruin everything. Okay? You could be working out, you could be doing all that stuff, but if you're stressed, it's not going to work. What I recommend for stress, the last thing, and I'm going to go to the next one, it's the 3 M's. The 3 M's, folks. 3 M's. 3. Meditation, M number 1. Mindfulness, M number 2. And meet with your therapist. So those are the 3 M's, folks. Meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Folks, this is part 1 of taking a blood sugar shower. Remember I talked earlier about how you knock that blood sugar down? How you lower your A1C in as little as 14 days? These are not outlandish claims that I'm saying. It's like, oh, you can lower your A1C in 14 days. Okay, Kelley, sure. I've seen it with my own eyes. The doctors have seen it with their own eyes. All because you maintain your pace. All because they were maintaining their pace. That's it. The A, now this part of the formula, this part of the prescription, folks. Whoo! And I'm going to get back to your questions. Don't worry. I'm going to get back to your questions. The A stands for active body. Who? The second part of maintaining your pace, of taking a blood sugar shower. Okay? Every day, we're taking a shower. Next step, active body. This is part of the prescription that you got to prescribe to yourself. The only person that can prescribe this prescription to you is you. Okay? You're the only person. It's not your doctor. It's not your husband. It's not your wife. It's not whoever. It's not your kids. It's you. You got to prescribe yourself 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. Keep people always like, well, Kelley, man, is it possible to be allergic to activity, bro? Is it possible to be allergic to activity? People have literally asked me that. And it will be a no. Because human beings were designed to move. It is not possible. Because when human beings were first created, there was no Netflix. There was no Martin. Okay? There was no Martin when human beings were created. So what do we have to do? Had to get active. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, moderate intensive movement. They moved every day. That's it, folks. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. Why is it so important? And what the hell's moderate intensive movement, Kelley, that you keep saying? Moderate intensive movement? Well, it means that if you're on a treadmill, think of it like this. If you're on a treadmill, it means that you can walk. I mean, you can talk, but you can't sing. If you're on a treadmill and you can sing, woo, like a big musician, like Beyonce, then nah, you need to pick up the pace. You need to pick up the pace. Now, what do you mean being active, Kelley? Well, being active means you can go play with your kids. You can go for a walk with a stick in your hand. It's like, I'm looking out for dogs. You know what I mean? I'm watching out for, like, if a dog tries to bite me, I got my stick. You can go for a brisk walk. You can go, like I said, wrestle your kids. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can go dancing. You can do a fun TikTok dance. You can do it all, whatever. Just be active. Why is it so important? Because if you're suffering from insulin resistance, and if you need to take a blood sugar, you need to go take a blood sugar shower, then moving your body is the most important thing one of the most important things you can do. Because blood sugar, folks, and muscles, man, they have a special connection. A special connection. Like this. This is why they tell you to go for a walk after you eat. Like after you eat, go for a walk, right? Don't they say that? Don't they say go for a walk? Well, the reason that they say go for a walk, everybody tells you to go for a walk, is because they know that muscles are hungry. They're hungry for blood sugar. So whenever you're moving your body, right, especially right after you eat, whenever you move in your body, that blood sugar that you just ate from the food that you just ate, it now gets soaked all the way up by the muscles. It's like the muscles are soaking it up because they're hungry. This, folks, is why it's so important to move. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. The next part of the formula, folks, the lifestyle medicine formula. If you ever wanted to get your number, if you ever had thoughts and dreams of getting your number back to this ideal range, man, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to maintain your pace. There's no way around it. There's no way around it, folks. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. Sorry to be the one to break it to you. But this is the medication that you're going to have to take. To get where it is that you need to be, this is it. Clean eating. Woo, very, very controversial topic. What the hell is clean eating, Kelley? Well, it's different for everybody. Okay? It's different for everybody. It's one of the most controversial topics or pillars that there is. It is clean eating. So it's up there with religion and politics. It's highly debated. Highly debated. So you're like, well, what do I recommend then? Here's what the recommendations say. Eat a diet filled with predominantly whole, unprocessed foods as much as you possibly can. Eat a diet filled with predominantly whole, unprocessed foods as much as you possibly can. That's what the guidelines say. Like if you look at the guidelines, that's what they say. Simple. So here's my definition of clean eating. What I get from that is fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, beans, leaner sources of protein like chicken, turkey, whatever protein you prefer. So whether it's chicken, whether it's turkey, whether it's venison, or whether it's steak, eggs, tofu, tempeh for my plant-based folks, whatever protein source that you prefer, just make sure it's on the cleaner side and not the processed meats. We're not doing processed meat. That's not clean eating, folks. Processed meats are not clean eating. You know, when you go and you see the bacons and the salamis and the hot dogs and all that stuff, you know, when you see all that, that's called processed meat, folks. Okay? You don't want to eat processed meats. Okay? You don't want them because those are group 1 carcinogens. Yes, you can do tofu. You can do tofu, like I said. Whatever protein source you prefer. Chicken, tofu, tempeh, fish, like whatever you prefer. Just make sure it's on the leaner side, the lean sources of protein, not the junk. Okay, even bacon, folks. Even turkey bacon. Okay? I know it's gonna hurt a lot of people's heart, but turkey bacon, folks, is not it. Okay? It's still not it. Still not it. Processed meats, stay away from those. So we'll come back to this. We'll talk more clean eating, but this is we're gonna dive more into it. I'm gonna fly through that one, but clean eating, very, very, very important part of maintaining your pace. Check this out. The last part, the one that most people neglect, is this. Effective. Effective what? We'll put it in. Put it in the chat. If you know what it is, you know what it is. Put effective what? Effective what? The last part of maintaining your pace. Rest. Somebody said. Communication. That is very, very important. That is the 6th pillar. You're right. That is another pillar. That's the communication. You're absolutely right. We'll talk about that one. But for this one, not for the formula though. We can come back to that one. But effective. Effective what? Rest, sleep, rest. A good night's sleep. Yeah. Sleeping like a baby. Who loves a good night of rest? Who loves a good night of sleep? Don't you love a good night of sleep? Shout out to a good night of sleep. You wake up feeling refreshed. You wake up feeling revitalized. You wake up feeling like $1,000,000. 6 to 9 hours. You're right. 6 to 9 hours of effective sleep. Right here. That's it. You need to get 6 to 9 hours of effective sleep. If you want to get your ideal back to the ideal range of 4.9 to 5.3, 6 to 9 hours of sleep of effective. Keyword, I said effective. That's why it's an E. I didn't just say sleep. I said effective sleep, right? Keyword, effective. If you don't get effective sleep, that will disrupt everything. Let me tell you what happens when you get poor sleep. First, when you get poor sleep, your body can't regenerate itself. Like your brain, it's impossible. It cannot regenerate itself because there's certain, or REM modes and all different types of modes that your body goes through at certain times of the day, and hormones are released at certain times of the day to keep you up and moving. So if your sleep is thrown off, that, folks, is a stressor. That will stress your body. So when you stress your body, then the very next day you're when you stress with poor sleep, the very next day you're even more insulin resistant. The very next day you want to go raid the fridge, don't you? You want to go raid the fridge. It's like, man, I'm going to eat up everything. The very next day after a poor night of sleep, you're like, I'm going to go eat up everything, right? That's what happens when you get poor sleep. It's because your brain needs the most blood. When you sleep, the brain is the organ that needs the most blood. So for instance, if you eat a big meal, this is why you shouldn't eat a big meal up to 3 hours before bed. It's because your brain needs all of that. When it goes to sleep, your brain needs all of that blood. But if you just ate a big meal right before bed, right before you go to sleep, now you're not getting effective sleep. Because now your brain and your digestive system are trying to fight over who gets the most blood. Is it the digestive system that gets the most blood? Because digestion takes a whole lot of time. It takes a lot of time to digest the food, folks. A lot of blood, a lot of blood. A lot of blood, a lot of time. So therefore, who's going to get the blood? So most likely, the digestive system will get it, and then the brain will, the brain is just not going to get it sleeping. You're going to wake up the next day feeling all groggy and grumpy. The very next day, you're more insulin resistant. The very next day, you're hungrier. And the very next day, you can throw off the whole process. Watch. Here's what happens when you get poor sleep. Check this out. That causes another domino effect. If you ever wanted to get your number back to the ideal range, you got to understand this domino effect. Watch this. Here's how they all tie together. If you get poor sleep, that is a stressor. And then when the stress comes, that's what? Boom, boom, boom. Your peaceful mind is out the window. No more peace. Peaceful mind's out the window. Because now you're stressed. Now you're grumpy. Now you got brain fog. Now you're yelling at your kids. This is what it feels like to get poor sleep. This is what your brain is telling you. I needed more sleep. I needed more rest, but you didn't give it to me. So now you're stressed out. Now your peaceful mind is out the window. Now your body is producing more adrenaline and more cortisol because it thinks you want to fight somebody, but you're not. And as a result, your body releases more stored glucose or blood sugar. And as a result, where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. Remember that. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So it's a domino effect, folks. This is what I mean. You got to maintain your pace. It just goes around in a circle, folks. It just goes in a circle. It just keeps going. People ask me, "Hey, Kelley, how do I get to 4.9 to 5.3?" I say, "Well, how are you maintaining your pace?" That's the very first question. How are you maintaining your pace? And if you say, well, are you lacking in some of these areas? The very first step is to master maintaining your pace. And check it out. There's even a section that gets honorable mention. This section gets honorable mention. There's 2 more areas, by the way, but I just put in a nice little neat formula for you. But this one right here gets honorable mention. And folks, when it comes to getting your number to the ideal range, we're going to talk about substance abuse. It's called substance abuse. That's the last category, folks. There's another one after that, but this one, we're just going to give this one honorable mention for right now. Because what happens when you do things like alcohol, substance abuse, certain medications like steroids, they can cause you to become insulin resistant. Alcohol is not your friend, folks. It may seem like your friend, but I promise you, it is not your friend. I know it's like, I'm taking some alcohol, a glass of wine, a red wine every day, right? That's the recommendation. No, that is the recommendation. But if you're suffering from insulin resistance and alcohol don't go together. Remember how I said earlier how blood sugar and muscles go together? Well, alcohol and insulin resistance, they're not a good match. because they're at odds with each other. You drink some alcohol, your blood sugar goes high. Blood sugar goes real high from the sugar, from the alcohol. But then later on, now, once your body realizes that all this alcohol that's in it, now it has to take that and it has to break down that alcohol. Like everything stops when the alcohol comes. Everything. Because the liver says that this is a toxin. So as a result, remember how I said your liver produces blood sugar also? So it can't produce blood sugar and get rid of the toxins at the same time from the alcohol. That's why it's called being intoxicated. So as a result, your blood sugar goes down. Your blood sugar drops. So it went up from the initially drinking, and then then it drops later on, right? Isn't that what happens? Probably what happens to you, right? Quite sure. I know it. I'm not even quite sure. I know that that's what happens. So that's why your blood sugar can go low. And when your blood sugar is going low, when your blood sugar is not in the ideal range, like your body is just like fighting to try to keep that balance. If your blood sugar goes low, glucagon comes in and tries to bring it back up. If it goes too high, insulin comes in and tries to bring it down. It's just like this. There's glucagon and there's insulin. Glucagon and insulin. That is the opposite of insulin. Let's just say insulin is hot and glucagon is cold. Well, no, the other way. Yeah, insulin brings the temperature down. Glucagon brings the temperature up. Say that. Those are the two hormones. They're always fighting with each other. So when you drink alcohol, you're throwing that whole thing off. Your whole system's like jacked. So therefore, alcohol, folks, is not your friend. You ever want to get it back to there? I promise you, that's what you got to do, folks. And this is it. This is the formula, man. If you aren't getting the goal that you want, if you're like, man, I haven't made it there yet, Kelley. I haven't made it there yet. Here's the thing I say about that. This is what I had to say to myself. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. I had to realize that I wasn't maintaining my pace. Folks, if you're ready to maintain your pace, if you're ready to get your number back to this ideal range, here's what I want y'all to do. First thing I want y'all to do is put a health yes in the chat. If you now know what it takes, what it's going to take to be able to get your numbers back to the ideal range, and like some of these success stories that we've been having on this live, people come on live and they share their stories about going from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks, going from a 7.1 to a 5.7 in 2 weeks. Or for the truck drivers, right? Truck driver called me. I told you, he called me not too long ago and said, I picked up the phone. I was like, hello. That's all he said is, it worked. That's all he said. It worked. He went back to the doctor and he said the numbers went down. It worked. Why? Because he went to go take a blood sugar shower. This is the shower that I talked about, folks. Remember the shower I talked about? This is it. This is what you got to go take. It's called maintaining your pace. You do this day by day. You maintain your pace day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day. By the time you look around, 14 days have gone by, 21 days have gone by. Man, you've knocked all of that old stuff off of there. And now you're regenerating these new cells with very little blood sugar on it, the right amount of blood sugar, instead of too much blood sugar. And as a result, you do that. You add years back to your life. You're adding years back to your life. The higher your number is, your number's at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. wherever it is, and you try to get it back to the ideal range, you got to just find out where you messing up in this area. Where areas have to improve? What areas has to improve? If you want to know what those areas, how to improve those areas more, register for the master class. So you can go take the quiz. For my folks who took the quiz, it is a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. Like, how have you been maintaining your pace? See, this is why a lot of folks won't go take that quiz. Okay? And won't go take that quiz because the quiz is either going to reveal you or it's going to expose you. Have you been maintaining your pace? That's what the quiz is about. It's a 2-minute quiz right here. You can take it, understand, and learn your diabetes management style. Click right up here, folks, and then click on my picture again, and then go grab this freebie, folks. It's like grab and go. It's like Disney World for a diabetic. Check it out right there. Look it out. Look at that. I'm pointing you in the right direction, folks. It's like Disney World for a diabetic. What's on here? The quiz is on here. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. The master class right here. Woo! 45-minute masterclass where I break down this whole formula. Peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. I'm giving you tactics in each of these areas. I'm giving you tactics in peaceful mind. Like, how do you have a peaceful mind, Kelley? Okay, watch the masterclass. You'll learn how to have a peaceful mind. Okay, Kelley, how do I become more active? Okay, watch the masterclass and you'll learn how to become more active. Right? Clean eating, Kelley, how do I do more clean eating? What's clean eating? Okay, watch the masterclass and clean eating, and then you'll see clean eating, right? We'll talk more about clean eating, and then effective sleep. You want to know more about sleep hygiene, as I call it. Sleep hygiene. If you're not getting enough sleep, folks, I'm telling you, proper sleep, you are damaging so much stuff. You are throwing everything off. It is the great equalizer. These things will throw each other off. We'll register for the masterclass, absolutely free right here. What are you going to learn in the masterclass? It's called How to Unlock Your Diabetes Freedom. What are we going to do? Because we're going to unlock your diabetes freedom. Here we go, right over here, folks. We're going to unlock it. We're going to unlock the key. See what diabetes is that means that the key is locked. Insulin, the key is locked. It can't open the door to the cell. So we're going to unlock it. That's what you're going to learn. That's why it's called How to Unlock Your Diabetes Freedom. What are you going to learn? How to unlock the door. That's it. That's what you're going to learn. It's absolutely free, folks. It is a free masterclass. All you got to pay is attention. That's it. You're going to get the whole formula. Now, but that's all. That's the quiz, the masterclass. That's all free stuff, right? Just grab and go. Now, there is something else on my page too. But that one is not for everybody. That one, folks, is only for my action takers. If you're an action taker, if you got to the point where you say, I can get stronger. You know what? I made some mistakes in the past, but I can get stronger. I can get wiser, and I can get better. It's for those people. It's for those people who have gotten to the point where change isn't just desired, it's downright necessary. If you're exhausted by sticking your finger, you wake up every day and you're sticking your finger and you dread, dread what the meter will say. If that's you, I hate sticking my finger. If that's you, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Well, we're changing lives over here. We're bringing people's numbers A1C down in 2 weeks. Don't believe us? Go look at some of the success stories. Okay? It's because we're getting you to take a blood sugar shower. That's all we're doing, getting you to take a blood sugar shower. You join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Your blood sugar will not look the same in 14 days. I promise you, if you do the work. So again, if you're raising your hand and say, hey, listen, that's me, Kelley. I'm struggling with this condition. I need help. That's me. Help me, bro. That's it. You got a few choices. You can go click the link in my bio. You can register for the quiz. You can register. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take absolutely free. You can register for the masterclass. Or you can join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Everything is free except for the challenge. Now, the challenge is $99. You join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Where's your proven blueprint? Clean eating, that's all we're focused on. It's $99 to join the challenge. But if you use the discount code, the live discount code, ESCAPE, you use that discount code, ESCAPE, you're joining the challenge for $79. $79 to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Where? I'm going to show you how I did this. This is my complete transformation. This is my complete transformation. This was over a year. But I'm going to show you what can happen in as little as 14 days. As little as 4, that's my complete transformation, folks. But I'm going to show you what can happen in as little as 14 days. As little as 14 days. That's all it's going to take. And we're going to blow your doctor's mind. Okay? Promise you. If that's you. Like I said, if you raise your hand and say that's you, join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Or you're going to get there's a bunch of freebies on there as well. So it's a grab bag of stuff, folks. But if you're ready for change, if that's you, I want you to join that challenge. You know that you say, hey, listen, I need that help, Kelley. This is it. Look no further. I promise you. It is here. The help that you need, I promise you, it is here. So that's it, folks. Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Go register for the quiz. Go register for the master class. Go do it all, folks. That's how. All right. All right, let's get to these questions. Now it's the Q&A time, folks. It's the Q&A time. Like I said, yeah, it's out there, man. It's out there. If that's you, like I said, if you're listening to this live, I'm going to be on here until we're going to be on here another 2.5 hours. And that live discount code is ESCAPE. Like I told you. You ready to escape that matrix? You raising your hand and saying, this is you. Somebody raised their hand. If that's you, 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Change your life. Promise you. Okay? You show up. Here's how it can change your life. Now, I can't do the work for you. I can show you the way, but I can't do the work for you. But here's what you got to do. You got to show up, you got to do the work, and you got to do it again tomorrow. That's why this discount code is ESCAPE. That's why this discount code is ESCAPE. You want to take $20 off the price, okay? Use that discount code ESCAPE to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. And for $79, we're going to get you out of the matrix. We're going to get you off of that blood sugar roller coaster. Like all of the success stories. Like all the email. I get emails daily. Daily. You don't see what? What don't you see? 50 size fabulous. What don't you see? I hear 20 minutes with you and a lot with my doctor in 13 years. I learned in 20 minutes with you a lot and my doctor in 13 years. I'm telling you, we blow doctors' minds. Doctors look at that. I'm telling you, I get the emails, I get the DMs. Like the story that I hear through my DMs is like crazy. Like, what? We just blew your doctor's mind. Because it's always lifestyle first. I respect the medical professionals. I respect them completely. But even though I respect you, I still understand that there's always lifestyle first, medication second. It's always going to be that. That's always going to win. Lifestyle. Here it is. The offer is right here. Someone know where you click right up here. You click right up here. And you click on my picture again. Angela, staying consistent is your problem, and you can join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. So you click here, you click on my picture again, and then you're going to come right here. You're going to come to something that looks like this. It's called the link in my bio. Right here. Right here. My name's right there. There it is. See my name? There's my name. But there it is, folks. It's a grab bag of stuff. The quiz, the masterclass, the PDF, and then the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is right here, folks. Again, folks, this challenge is not for everybody. This challenge is only for people who are serious. Like, if you're serious about change, if you got to the point where you're ready to take control of your blood sugar, like, I'm ready, that's me. You've been raising your hand and saying, that's you, then this is for you. Okay? I don't know how else to say it. If you're suffering from what you do, if you're asking, what do I do about insulin resistance? Here's what you do about insulin resistance. You change the food that's going into your body. That's what we're doing. It's real food, real structure, real results. That's all we're doing in the challenge. There's something to eat in there for everybody. Whatever diet that you eat, the challenge is for you. If you're suffering from being on that blood sugar roller coaster, the challenge is for you. Like I said, it's $99 to join the challenge. Everything else is free. The quiz is free. The master class is free. But the challenge, that's the only thing I got to charge you for, because it's real people getting real results. Right? What does that basically song say? What do you get? Oh yeah, you get freedom. You get freedom from being grounded to medication for the rest of your life. That's what the challenge is about, folks. You use that discount code, ESCAPE. That's the discount code. Today's discount code. You use this discount code, ESCAPE. I'm going to teach you in 14 days how to take a blood sugar shower. How to take a shower. How to take a shower so freaking good that in 2 weeks later, you go back to your doctor and your doctor's going to say, what? What? Same thing it did for me. Same thing it did for everybody else who's joined this challenge and has successfully, successfully completed the challenge. You successfully completed the challenge. And you go back to your doctor. You're going to blow your doctor's mind. That's the goal, folks. That's the goal. Use that discount code ESCAPE. You're in the challenge, folks. Not $99, but $79 to join that challenge. All right, folks. Let's get back to the questions. Let's get back to these questions. Thanks, brother, for the knowledge. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. The offer, yeah. All right, I'm type 2, and I've been struggling. I know what I need to do, but staying consistent is my problem. Okay, got it. That's a lot of people's problem. Staying consistent. Staying consistent. But here's what you got to do with that. When it comes to being consistent, you got to have more reasons. Every time you think about falling off the wagon, just think about the consistency. I mean, just think about your reasons. There's the reasons as to why I'm doing this. So reasons come first, answers come second. I see it now. I quit processed foods, carbs, intermittent fasting, 16-8, Pilates, 5 days, A1C, 9.5 to 5.7 in 3 months. Shout out to you. All right. Another thing I want you to remember, Angela, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, diabetes, just know that doesn't define you. So here's what I like to get people to say. I say, diabetes doesn't define me. I learn, I grow, I move forward. I learn, I grow, I move forward, because diabetes doesn't define me. Your past has no power over this present moment. It doesn't. You're not letting that define you. You're ripping up that script and you're living a whole new life. Yep. I hate labels. July, it was a 9.7. Yep. Let's see if I missed any questions. See if I missed any questions. Do you talk about type 1 diabetes? I can tell you what it is, but it's not my specialty. It's not my specialty, but I can tell you what it is. Right? I can tell you but can I give you the ins and outs of it like I can for type 2? No. All right. Same here. I wasn't maintaining my pace. Yeah, that's it. Okay, looks like we got to all the questions. Looks like we got to all the questions. Amen. All right. Bread, pasta, sweets, or my problem? Ooh. Breads, pastas, and sweets. Yeah. Breads, pastas, and sweets. Yeah, that's a highly processed foods. That's because that's how they design the food. They design the food to be ultra addictive. There's food scientists in the laboratory right now, with all of the designing all of the breads, the pastas, the candies, all of that stuff. There's food scientists. Do you think when we're eating a Skittles You think we're actually, you taste the rainbow. You think we're actually tasting the rainbow? No, we're not tasting the rainbow, folks. We are not tasting the rainbow. What we're tasting is chemistry. That's what we're tasting. It's not the rainbow. My A1C is a 15.5. If your A1C is a 15.5, here's what you need. Here's what has to happen, like not now, but right now. You need to stop everything that you're doing right now, literally right now. If you care about your future, if you care about your future self, you need to stop what you're doing right now and prioritize getting your A1C back to the normal range. Like whatever other priority is that there are, when your number's at a 15.5, the red light should be just flaring. Just like it should be like, we should be at like a 10, like the ship sinking. That's what 15.5 is. I need you to go take a blood sugar shower. Take a blood sugar shower. Start maintaining your pace immediately. Like right now. Like as soon as this live ends, the very first thing that you can do is go take the quiz. If you haven't taken the quiz, go take the quiz. Go register for the master class where I break down this 4-part formula right here. The quiz, the master class, and then when you're ready for serious change, when you get to the point where change isn't just desired, I'm telling you. You can't remember the last time that you just felt energy just running through your body. Then joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge will definitely change your life. If your number's at a 15.5, it's time to act, not now, but right now. That's all I'll say to that one. I did take the quiz. Okay, you took the quiz. You registered for the master class. Now the next thing, if you register for the master class, that's all free stuff. But for my people who are ready for serious change, when you've gotten to the point where diabetes has just been ruling your life for many, many, many years, it's just been ruling your life. I'll tell you what I say to that. Today's choices rewrites yesterday's story. The choices that you make today will rewrite yesterday's story. Because you still got time. If they ain't put you in the dirt yet, you've got time. You've got time to go take a blood sugar shower. And you can take a shower. Shower's quick. Take a shower, it's real quick. Start knocking that blood sugar off of that number. Bring your number back to that A1C, back to that ideal range. You hang out with me for a little while. I'll show you how to do that. You're quite welcome. What should our daily water intake be ideally? Ideally, it's half your body weight. Half your body weight in water. So whatever you weigh, let's just say you weigh 120 pounds. Like me, I weigh $120. I should be getting 60 ounces of water a day. At least. Okay? At least 60 ounces. Now that's what the recommendations say. But here's what it really does. Here's what it really is. It really means just stay hydrated. Just stay hydrated, folks. You stay hydrated. Feel with me, your urine is constantly clear. Great, you're hydrated. So it's not so much about the number, but that's just a rule of thumb. Good rule of thumb. All right, Q&A time, folks. Any questions that y'all got about what you got to do to lower this condition, to bring your A1C back down to the normal range? And do me a favor, folks, and bebop this screen and share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction, anything like that. You send this live over there to this way, folks. To them. Like I said, bebop that screen, double tap that screen, and share this live out with anybody that you know struggling. And do me a favor, folks. Got a couple of new folks coming into the room. My name is Kelley. We talk about all things A1C Talk about all things insulin resistance. We talk about all that stuff, but we make it in simple and easy, grab and go. You know what I'm saying? We use formulas, we use analogies, we use all types of stuff. We're here every day, 8:15 a.m. Eastern time till noon Central time. Till noon, 8:15 a.m. Eastern till noon. Okay, that's the time we come in. You're quite welcome. Can you go over how to order it again? I had to take a call. No rush. Here it is. Here's how you join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Here it is. You click right up here. You click on my picture, and then you click on my picture again. Right? Do you do any in-person seminars? Yes, I'll be doing one on Sunday. Sorry, I'll be doing one on Sunday. If you live in Houston, come on out to the Holistic Health Expo this Sunday, October 5th. I'm gonna be out there speaking for an hour. They only give me an hour, so you know how it is. An hour is not enough time for me. They only giving me an hour to speak. I normally go an hour. Come on, bro. I can't do nothing in an hour. That's too long. That's too short. But we'll make it happen. Come on out, the Holistic Health Expo this Sunday if you live in Houston. We'll meet in person. Here we go. How do you order it? Right here. You click right up here and you click on my picture again. You're going to come to this right here. Right here. Same thing over here on my other socials. Click that link in my description and you're going to come to a link that looks just like this. And here it is right here. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Boom. 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Boom. Click right here. $99 to join the challenge. You use that discount code ESCAPE. ESCAPE. You're escaping the matrix. That's why it's called escape. You're getting your freedom back. You're escaping. You'll get your freedom back. Okay? It's very particular in how I do these discount code folks. There's like something to them. Okay? But you're gonna escape the matrix. So that's it, folks. Any other questions? Let's see if I missed any questions. See if I missed any questions. Let me see here. Got it. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Dr. Jen. Oh, what's up, Dr. Jen? So you invited me to something, but I missed it. How you doing? Cool. Question. Any more? We got 10 more. We can go 10 more minutes of questions, folks. And then we're gonna go back to our next lesson. Y'all want more questions? Y'all ready to go to the next lesson? Y'all let me know. Questions or lessons, right? Questions or the next lesson? Which one y'all want, folks? I'm gonna let y'all run it for the next 10 minutes. Throw it in the chat. Any questions that you got, or do you want to go to the next lesson? You want to find out what's next after maintaining your pace. So what do? We learned what the hell a hemoglobin A1C was. Then we learned about taking a blood sugar shower, like how you can take a blood sugar shower literally every day, and it will affect your A1C in just as little as 2 weeks. But it takes 3 months for the whole thing to turn over. And then lastly, we talked about how to take a shower. Here's how you take a shower, by maintaining here's how you take a blood sugar shower, by maintaining your pace. And you'll knock that sugar off, and next thing you know, you'll get your number back to the ideal range. You see, it's just a big old loop. Okay? I'm working on myself because sugar runs on my mother's side of the family. High sugar runs on my mother's side of the family. Got you. You got to work on yourself, exactly. Because you know what? You're right. You're right, Prince. Here's what I believe. Here's what I know, not even what I believe. I believe that lifestyle, it means that your genetics set the stage for your life. Your genetics do. Like all the stuff that you get from your parents, like it runs in my family. Diabetes runs in my family. Heart disease runs in my family. Yeah. Genetics will set the stage, but it's your lifestyle that will steal the damn show, man. Did you know that, Prince? It is your lifestyle that will steal the damn show. My mama so diabetic. My mama so diabetic when her sugar has hold up. My mother so diabetic. Why when her sugar has she can't sleep at night? Well, if her sugar is, I think the question you're asking is why can't she sleep at night if your mother has diabetes but she has high sugar? Well, she has high sugar because your body is constant. Well, she has high blood sugar because she's severely insulin resistant, and she can't sleep because she's got too much blood sugar, and her body's in a constant fight all night to try to keep her blood sugar balanced. Is it going to be high? Is it going to be low? Is it going to be high? Is it going to be low? Why is all that happening? It's because there's too much insulin resistance. You start knocking that sugar, you start taking a blood sugar shower, as I've been talking about. You start knocking that sugar off of those red blood cells. Day by day, her sleep will improve. Day by day. I'm like, ooh, my sleep is improving. Ooh, everything's improving. Day by day. What foods are good for us? Whole, unprocessed foods. Real, whole, unprocessed foods. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, beans, leaner sources of protein. So whatever protein source you choose, that's on whatever you choose. You know, whether it's chicken, turkey, salmon, eggs, tofu, tempeh, steak, whatever. Real, unprocessed foods. Those are something that was grown from the dirt, something that once had dirt on it. That's what you want. Yes, sir. Exactly. Okay. Any other questions? 5 more minutes of questions, folks. 5 more minutes of that Q&A. But that's it, man. It's all about the choices that you make. Now, if y'all going to do this, who's going to go do this? Put a me in the chat if you are going to go figure out where you need to correct and where you need to go maintain your pace. Are you going to go register for the quiz? Are you going to go take the master class? Are you going to go register for the master class? Are you going to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge? Or are you going to book a call? There's a lot of things that you can do. Let's go. All right, where we going? No, we got you. Stay away from fried foods. Yes, it will be ideal that you stay away from the fried foods because it's already too much breading on there as it is. Stay away from fried foods as much as you possibly can. It's not your friend. I start my day with cinnamon stick, warm water, and a lemon. That sounds amazing, Prince. That sounds amazing. Diesel, we're not getting into that, Diesel. What about oxalates, phytates, lectins, and vegetables? I've been eating them for years. I'm good. That's overrated. I can tell you that much. That's overrated. You guys better do it or you will be type 1 like me. Type 1 is a whole different ballgame, boss. Type 1 is a whole different ballgame. Now, you can make yourself more insulin sensitive. You can't get rid of type 1. But you can make yourself more insulin sensitive, folks. You can make it so that you don't have to use all that insulin all the time. Because you're now more insulin sensitive. The more you maintain your pace, if you're type 1 diabetic, you got to be super diligent about maintaining your pace. Super diligent. Right? Yeah. Peanut butter, but not peanut oil. That jar. No. I said in the peanut butter, I said make sure it's a single ingredient peanut butter. When it says peanut butter or almond butter, make sure that it says almonds. Okay? Almonds, what are the ingredients? Almonds. What are the ingredients? Peanuts. That's what you want. You don't want to say peanuts, plus some other oil, some other stuff, and some other this. You don't want it to say that. You just want it to say peanuts. That's what I'm talking about. Peanut oil, no, we know peanut oil. If it's not avocado oil, coconut oil, or olive oil, throw it out. Avocado, coconut, olive, throw it. If it's not any of those three, throw it out, folks. I've been watching him for a while. I don't know him, and he ain't an endocrinologist, but he's 100% correct. Yeah, I ain't a doctor. Okay? I'm not a doctor. Here's what I am. Here's what my degree is in. I am a nutritionist. I am a certified nutritionist. But what my degree really is in, it's in mad science. Okay? My degree is in mad science. I'm a mad scientist. There's a meaning behind that mad scientist thing too, but I'm a mad. That's what my degree is in, mad scientistry. My mad scientistry. Okay? The diet. Yeah, the diet. Clean, whole, unprocessed foods. My husband is type 1 for 8 years old. As a type 1, I come here and listen for diet types like this stuff. Yeah. You've been as a type 1, have you been implementing, maintaining your pace? You have. What's been happening to your blood sugar? All right. No, it's not about being. It's not about being a doctor. It's about your lifestyle. So it's a lifestyle first. I don't care if you're a doctor or not. Listen to your doctor, folks. Great, but a doctor's job is to diagnose you and prescribe. Diagnose, prescribe. Diagnose, prescribe. Your job has to be. That's their job, but your job has to be become your own doctor. Because a doctor can treat your symptoms, but they can't take care of you. You are the only person that can take care of yourself. You're the only person that can maintain your pace. Like my man Jimmy just said, he's a type 1 diabetic. And it doesn't roller coaster. His blood sugar doesn't roller coaster anymore. It maintains. So what does that mean? Is he's no longer on a blood sugar roller coaster? That means that he has less inflammation in his body, and he's just feeling more like himself. He don't even have to inject that much insulin anymore because he's more insulin sensitive. This is what type 1, folks. It doesn't matter if you're type 1, type 2, whatever. The idea is to be, if you're a human being, let me put it this way. I told you, insulin is the most important hormone in the body. If you're a human being, folks, insulin should be, it's the number one thing. It runs everything. You fix insulin, you fix the blood, you fix everything. Hey, sorry, just tuning in. What do you consider clean eating? We're going to talk about clean eating right now at the 9 o'clock hour. I'm glad you joined us. Because we're talking all things clean eating, folks. But before we do clean eating, if you just joined us, folks, here's what I want you to do. I want you to register for the quiz. Register for the quiz. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. Right here, 2 minutes, folks. All it's going to take you. And then we're going to start talking about clean eating. That's coming up next. Stick around for clean eating. It's going into the 9 o'clock hour or 10 o'clock hour if you're east. But here we go, right here. Register for the quiz, folks. 2-minute quiz right here. Boom. And then the master class. Right? So click right up here. Click on my picture again, folks. Here's where everything is. And then we're going to talk about clean eating coming up. You're going to come to this right here. Should be able to hear me talking still. Right there. No, not there. Right here. Right there. Dang it. There's a link right there. I can't press it. There it is. I got it. Finally. Here we go. Here's all the stuff. The quiz, the master class, all of the goodies are right here. The quiz, the master class, links in my description over here as well. Go take the quiz. Go register for the master class, folks. And right here, the PDF. There's a free PDF. All this stuff's free, folks. All you got to do is pay attention. That's it. All you got to do is pay with your attention. And you will get the keys to the castle. Like Jimmy. Just, he's taken from what I taught him from that master class and all that stuff, and he's putting it into action himself. He's putting it in. He's a self-motivator. Right? That's what he learned in the master class, hanging out with me for a little while. But then that's a 45-minute master class, absolutely free. But then there's other folks that say, listen, that's great that someone can do it by themselves, Kelley, but I need help, though. I need help, bro. I need guidance. Like, I need you to be like there every step of the way. I need that. That's me. That's what I'm saying. I tried everything and nothing's worked, man, so I need some guidance. If that's you, if you raise your hand and say that's you, I need some guidance. Because my blood sugar, I'm in a roller coaster. I'm on a blood sugar roller coaster, like Jimmy talked about. I'm on a blood sugar roller coaster. And you want to get off of that roller coaster, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Here, right here. Yup. There it is, Jimmy. There it is, Jimmy. Right? You should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge right here. Right there. If you're ready to, if you're sick and tired about being sick and tired, if you're tired about complaining about it for so many years, I've had this condition for 20 years, 19 years. I've had it since 2006. I took all the medications and none of this medication, and all I keep getting when I go back to the doctor is more prescriptions. If that's you, if you're sick of that, because some people aren't sick of that yet. Some people haven't had the day yet where diabetes has ruled their life. You know what I'm saying? Some people that got to hit rock bottom for it to stick. Some people have to lose get their foot amputated. Some people have to lose their vision before it gets serious. Because we don't take anything serious until it gets serious. Diabetics, we're the most stubborn people on the planet, folks. Okay? Look at me. I was super stubborn. Look at that. That's called being stubborn, folks. It's called being stubborn right here. This is stubborn right here. It's called being stubborn. Don't be like me. Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Use that discount code ESCAPE. Now, everything's free on the page, like I said, but the challenge is the only thing that I got to charge you for, folks, because it's real people getting real results, blowing their doctor's minds. A1C went from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. Someone else, Stevens, he's went from a 7.1 to a 5.7. Then I just got I told you, I got a DM yesterday. Someone said theirs went from a, 9.7 to a 6.6. Craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Said her doctor's mind's blown. Yeah. I'm happy type 1. Been in the gym since I've been 8 years old. Yeah. Great. Last thing, folks, and we're going to talk about clean eating. Last thing, discount code ESCAPE. That's the discount code. Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It is ESCAPE. Put it over here. Now we're getting ready to talk about clean eating, folks. We're going to shift gears. And we're going to talk about clean eating. You see, we still got the goal in mind. What's the goal? 4.9, 5.3. We're still talking about how to get there, folks. This is all about taking a blood sugar shower. That is the ultimate goal. But to get to this number, to 4.9 to 5.3, we got to do some clean eating, don't we? Do me a favor, folks. Put in the chat whenever someone says that you need to lose weight. We need you to lose 50 pounds. We need you to lose 100 pounds. But to do that, here's what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to count these calories. You're going to weigh this food. You're going to do all this stuff. Like, who enjoys doing that? Who hates doing that? Put a me in the chat if you hate doing all of that kind of stuff. Counting calories and all that nonsense. Who enjoys doing that or who hates it? Put a me in the chat. We got some me's. We got some me's. clean eating plate. Woo! This is how you got to do it, folks. This is how you give your blood sugar a shower. This is how you give your blood sugar a shower, folks, and get your number back to the ideal range of 4.9 or 5.3. Here it is, and it's called a clean eating plate. Here's everyday life. This is everyday life. Because like you said, you hate counting the calories, you hate weighing the food, you hate doing all of that. But what if there were an easier way? See, I like to listen to what people are saying. I've been coaching for a while, and I listen to what people are saying. They tell me they hate the calorie counting and all that stuff. Okay, so I had to come up with something a little bit that's sustainable. And it's like this: 50%, 25%. This is how you fill your plate, clean eating plate. 25%. Ooh, watch this. It's a magic formula. It's a magic formula. Okay? 50%, you're like, 50% what, Kelley? Well, 50% non-starchy veggies. Non-starchy veggies, folks. Does anyone have a link for, what's your question? Does anyone have a link for, see if my moderator can help you out. See if my moderator can help out Jindalin. The link's in my bio. But back to the plate. Non-starchy veggies, 50%. What are non-starchy veggies? Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, spinach, arugula. We're going to get to breakfast, don't worry. But non-starchy veggies, folks, you can put a whole list in. Let's go put the list in. I'm going to give y'all a couple. I told you, arugula, kale, spinach, cauliflower, broccoli, all of that. Bell peppers, arugula. It's all good stuff. Go get you some. Now, these are non-starchy veggies. Mushrooms, onions. You can make Brussels sprouts. You can make a nice stir fry over here on this side. Or you can make a side salad, whatever. Fill your plate with 50% of that. Check it out. Now the next slide, the next one we're coming over here, we're up in the ante. Now we're talking about starchy veggies. We're talking about, what's next? Protein and fats. They're going to go in the same category, folks. This is called the clean eating plate, man. We're not doing no counting calories. A lot of my clients have lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, okay, since I've been doing this. And none of them has ever counted a single calorie. None of them. Complete transformations, losing the weight, everything. They ain't counting out a single damn calorie because we know that's not real. It's not sustainable. But the clean eating plate is very, very sustainable. Proteins, well, like we talked about earlier, the proteins. And so whether it be chicken, whether it be steak, whether it be whatever your favorite protein source is, you know what I mean? Do whatever you do, eat whatever protein source you eat. I don't tell people what to eat. I just say make sure it's the leaner sources. So again, chicken, turkey, steak, tofu, tempeh, eggs. Like I said, tofu and tempeh for my plant-based folks. TVP, texturized vegetable protein. That kind of protein, not the processed meats. We ain't talking processed meats, folks. We ain't talking processed meats. We're not talking about the bacons and the salamis and all of that. The bacons, we're not talking about that. That's not clean eating. I like that. Look at this. Somebody said I recently started eating better, and man, it's paying off. Woo, ain't it? Clean eating. Shout out to you. That's the protein, folks. No bacon, no none of the salamis. I saw that stuff got all nitrates in it. No the hot dogs. Like you get away from the hot dogs. Just that whole processed meat section. Just keep on walking past that. The cheese included. Just keep on going. Like cheese, no cheese. Cheese is not going to clean eating plate. That is not a healthy fat. We're not putting cheese over there, folks. So, but the healthy fats is what we're talking about: avocados, nuts and seeds. The three oils: olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. If it's not avocado oil, if it's not olive oil, if it's not coconut oil, man, put it back on the shelf. Okay? Put it back on the shelf. Yeah, Tim, I don't really, the pork is, you can eat whatever you want, you know what I mean? But that's totally up to you. If you want to do pork, that's totally up to you. Okay? But I'm not going to put it in the lean category. I'm not going to put it in the clean eating plate. You know what I mean? I ain't going to put it there. But it's totally up to you, boss. Fats, avocados, nuts and seeds, like I said. Olive oil, coconut oil, peanut butter. We talked about the peanut butter. Remember we talked about that? The single ingredient peanut butter, though. We ain't talking about the one with all the ingredients in it. It says peanuts and this oil and that oil and this and that and this and that. And no, we're not getting that one. We're getting the single ingredient one. Okay? That's the fats, folks. All right, here we go in the carbs now. That's the proteins and fats. Now here we go in the carbs. So we got carbs, and what else we got over here? Oh yeah, we got fruit. Carbs and fruit. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna put a down arrow. Carbs and fruit. What kind of carbs? Oh yeah, complex carbohydrates. Let's talk about the ones that we're not talking about first when we talk about carbs. We're not talking about the ho-ho Twinkies and the ding dongs and the chips and the crackers and all of that stuff. That's what we're not. That's not going on the clean eating plate. The ones we are talking about are like the complex ones, like rice. Like what kind of rice? When you follow this very specific rule, you can eat whatever kind of rice that you want. So whether it be white rice, brown rice, black rice, wild rice, whatever kind of rice that you want, as long as you're obeying a very, very specific rule. And that just means you can go down on the carbs, but you can't go up. You can go down, but you can't go up. We're going to come back to that. We're going to circle back to that, what that means. So it could be potatoes, it could be whatever it is that, whatever corn, whatever it is that you eat. Well, try not to eat as much corn, but some corn, okay? Quinoa. What else? Potatoes, sweet potatoes, all of that. Farro, yeah, somebody tried farro and they love it. See, Terry? It's amazing, right? Farro, that's another one. Thank you for that. Proteins and fats, balance the carbs. Yeah, they do. What is your 14-day blood sugar reset challenge? I'm going to get to those here in a sec. Watch this. Check it out. I just want to make sure that y'all understand this plate first. Then I'm going to answer your questions. Y'all, this is the first part of the plate that I need for y'all to understand. That's part number one. We're building the plate. We're going to keep on building it. Don't worry. It's going to get even easier. Watch this. Watch it. But here it is. Here's some questions. Let me get to some of the questions. Salmon, is type 1 worse than type 2? It is. Type 1, you can't get rid of it. It's a lifelong condition. Type 2 is, we can get rid of that like super fast in a hurry. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. For most people. How about beans such as lentils? We're going to talk about that. It's coming. We're building the plate. Don't worry. Don't worry. What is your challenge? What is your 14-day blood sugar reset challenge? 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is for people who have gotten to the point where they lie awake at night wondering if diabetes is going to steal their future. And The 14-day challenge is their first step to rewrite your story. That's what it is. It is a blueprint that says, if you are struggling with insulin resistance, if that's you, you say, I'm struggling with insulin resistance, my blood sugar's high, it's been high for so long, and I'm on a roller coaster. You need to come hang out with me for 2 weeks. Hang out with me for 2 weeks. And at the end of those 2 weeks, your blood sugar will not ever look the same again, unless you want it to. Because it is a blueprint that says, we're going to get you off of the roller coaster. Clean eating for 14 days. We're streamlining it. Here's how it works. You go get the food, you cook the food, you get the results. Go get the food, cook the food, eat the food. Let me put that in there. Get the results. Okay, that's it. Everybody who has joined this challenge and they did the work has gotten amazing results. That's what the challenge is all about. You want to join the challenge, you use that discount code ESCAPE. You escape the matrix. The link's in my bio. That's where it is. That's what a 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is. Do you measure out the oil when you cook? People make a big deal of saying like you over or you're fat for the day. No, I don't measure it out. I don't measure it out. I don't go crazy with it. I put it here. Just don't go crazy with it. I just put it that way. All right. So it's not really about measuring it. Just don't go crazy with it. That's what I do. Y'all, you can heal anything. That's it. You said it, Avery. Your body can heal from damn near anything. Your body is freaking resilient, man. I don't care. You may not think that your body is resilient, but given the right time and given the right tools, man, your body will heal from damn near anything. I'm suffice it to say here, this is what I tell people, like, listen, if you're still suffering from type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance, it just means that we need to work on our list of whys. We need to come up with a purpose. What are my list of whys? What are my 5? Give yourself 5 good reasons as to why you deserve better health. All right? 5 good reasons. So why you deserve better health. What is chia seed considered for? Chia seeds can go over here. Chia seeds are fats. Chia seeds are healthy fats right here. That's a good one. Chia seeds can go right there. What's non-starchy veggies? Non-starchy veggies are kale, arugula, spinach. There's a whole list of these things, but put them in. Kale, arugula, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, onions, carrots. These are non-starchy veggies, meaning they're low on the glycemic index. That's what it means. They're low on the glycemic index. So that means you can eat a lot of those things. You can eat it pretty much, you can go field day. You can have a field day with non-starchy veggies, and it won't really affect your blood sugar. That's what non-starchy veggies are. The starchy veggies are things like potatoes and acorn squash, butternut squash. Look into what insulin resistant. Look into what insulin they give you does your symptoms. My husband passed away last year. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that about your husband passing away from. This is a very serious condition, folks. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is, man. I hear stories like that all the time. I'm really sorry to hear that. CJ, at 65, yeah. I have an A1C at a 6.5. They have not diagnosed me diabetic yet. Is that type 1 or type 2? Well, it depends. You don't know until you actually go talk to your doctor. But from what you're telling me, from what it sounds like, it's probably the most common one is I'll say this: the most common one is type 2. The most common one is type 2. Type 1 is a whole different ballgame. How do you stay on track for Thanksgiving and Christmas and living in New Orleans? I get week every year. By having enough reasons. That's how you do it. That's how you get through the Thanksgiving. That's how you get through the Christmases. And that's how you get through all the New Year's and all the family holiday. How do you get through all of that? It's easy. By having enough reasons. Go get yourself some. That's why I say go in the mirror right now. Go when we finish this live, go into the mirror and say this. And go look at yourself. Go take all your clothes off and go look in the mirror. This is what I have to do. And look at yourself. Just look at yourself and say, what are 5 good reasons why I deserve better health? And have your pen and pad with you too. Just like you're in the mirror with your pen and pad, and then you're looking at yourself, and you just say, what are 5 good reasons as to why I deserve better health? In the mirror. The first two or 3 are gonna come quick. Like you'll come 2 or 3 out. Oh yeah, this is my reasons. This is my reasons. This is my reasons. So reasons come first, answers come second. Remember I said that? You don't have enough reasons. That's why. You don't have something that's pulling you forward. It's a big explosion outside of my house. I don't know what that was. You gotta have something that's pulling you forward. After I realized that his worst symptoms that destroyed him came from his meds, insulin therapy. Yeah. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I really am. Like I said, this condition is real. It's a real condition. It's a silent assassin, folks. It is like a ninja. If a silent ninja and a Category 5 hurricane had a baby, it would be called insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. So, folks, do not take this serious. Do not take this condition lightly. Do not say like, oh, my number's at a 15. That's okay. I'm all right. I'm gonna still Thanksgiving and the holidays and all that stuff. No. Forget about Thanksgiving and the holidays and all that stuff. If your number and your A1C continues to rise, the chances of you making it to another Thanksgiving or the chances of you making it to another Christmas year, if your A1C is really high, the chances of you making it to those other Christmases goes away. It's drastically decreasing. The chances of you making it into your year 2030, going to Thanksgiving in 2030, have drastically decreased. Type 2 can become type 1 if you don't take care of yourself. Yeah, type 1.5. Yeah, type 1.5. You're right. All right, so that's it, folks. We're gonna finish. We're gonna start getting back on this plate. We took a little bit of questions, and now we're gonna get back to the plate, folks. Here it is. Like I told you before, if you're just joining us, go register for the quiz. Go register for the masterclass. And for my people who are ready for serious change, and they're ready for a challenge, they like, man, I'm tired of just talking about, complaining about diabetes. I got diabetes, Kelley, I got it. Help me. But then we don't want to do anything about it. It's like we want it, but we don't want it at the same time. We want it more than we want it. Just like somebody wants a six-pack. Like, yo, Kelley, I want a six-pack. Yeah, you want a six-pack, but you don't want to do the work that's involved in getting a six-pack. Okay? You don't want to do the work involved in getting a six-pack. So it's the same thing when it comes to getting your health back, when it comes to defeating insulin resistance. Man, this is the work you're going to have to do. This is it. Register for the quiz. Register for the masterclass right here. The quiz, the masterclass right here, all right here. The challenge. The challenge is for our serious action takers. If you've gotten to the point where change isn't desired, over here on this side over here, click the link in my description, and you're going to come to a link as well on my other socials as well. Click that link in my description. Click this link right here, folks. This is where you register for the challenge. This is where you join the challenge. The orange one right here, the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. There it is right there. This is for people who've gotten to the point where they, like I said before, a lot of people are let me just be honest. Really, the only people who have joined the challenge are the people who have hit rock bottom. Here's the info right here, Biggs. The people who have hit rock bottom. These are the only people that have accepted the challenge. If they haven't hit rock bottom, they won't accept the challenge. Why? It's because they don't have anything that's pulling them forward. They don't have a real reason why. So like I said earlier, reasons come first, answers come second. Here's how you do it. You need help. If you need help, Mix, here's where you get it. You can, all this stuff's free. The quiz is free. Go take the quiz. The master class is free. All right. But if you're ready, you say, all right, I'm ready for serious action, Kelley. It's not about, I need guidance, bro. Like, help me, walk me through the process. Like, hold my hand every step of the way. If that's you, you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If that's you. But if it's not you, okay, great. It's not you. If that's not you. But here's what you can expect. Here's what you can expect when you join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, folks. Here it is right over here. It's for my people who are ready to take control of their blood sugar. It is a blueprint. Like I said, it is a serious blueprint. People have been coming on this week, last week, and sharing their stories. There's more stories to come, trust me. There's more stories to come. Okay? And these success stories of people who did the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Everything's free on the page except for the challenge. Except for the challenge. So go grab all the goodies. You might say, Kelley, like, listen, I haven't hit rock bottom yet, bro. Like, I haven't hit rock bottom yet. Like people have said that they're losing their loved ones to this condition at the age of 65 years old. Like, what is it going to take for you to hit rock bottom? Well, whatever it's going to take for you to hit rock bottom, we need to hit it fast. Then, if it's taking rock bottom for you to move to take this thing seriously, then you need to find a way to hit rock bottom fast. Use the discount code ESCAPE. If you've already hit rock bottom and you're ready to escape, you use that discount code. When you check out for the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, it's $99. You join the challenge. But if you use the discount code ESCAPE, okay? ESCAPE. When you check out, you will join the challenge for $79. And you're going to go in and experience at that point. At that point, I have become the captain. It's going to be the captain of your ship. If you ever see Captain Phillips, when they come in, when they take over the ship, and he says, the pirate says, I'm the captain now. So when you join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, I will become your captain for 14 days. You just follow the blueprint. You just show up, you do the work, you do it again tomorrow, and then you're there. Boom. That's it. That's it. 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But again, you do not have to accept the challenge. Maybe you didn't hit rock bottom yet, and that's okay. It's okay that you haven't hit rock bottom yet. But if you have, or if you haven't, you need to figure out a way to go hit rock bottom. Because that's the only way that people will move. Isn't that sad? Like, that's crazy. It took rock bottom for me to move. It took rock bottom for me to move. Right, look, it took rock bottom for me to move. Number 4 is rock bottom. That's rock bottom. That was the before. That was rock bottom. What's it gonna take for you to move? Right? You gotta use the captain accent. Click where it says Linktree. Yeah, that's exactly where it is. Send me the info. Yeah, click where it says. Last question. All right, then we're gonna start talking more about clean eating again. Do I need my blood sugar levels to do the challenge questionnaire? Huh? Do I need my blood sugar levels to do the challenge questionnaire? No, you can go take the quiz. You go take the quiz right now. You don't need your blood sugar to go take the quiz. The quiz is just to understand and learn your diabetes management style. That's what the quiz is for. Yeah, that's what that's for. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go get your blood work to go take the quiz. The quiz is free. It's absolutely free. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take just to understand and learn your diabetes management style. And then there's the master class, all the other stuff. But here we go, folks. Let's get back to it. Like I said, use that live discount code ESCAPE if you're ready to escape. But if you're ready to stay, if you haven't hit rock bottom yet and the pain is still okay, you're still okay with the pain, you're still okay with the neuropathy, you're still okay with losing your vision, then if you're okay with it, then I'm okay with it. So let's just keep it moving then, okay? Somebody asked earlier about beans. Somebody asked earlier about beans. Here's the thing. Beans are the great equalizer. Beans are resistant starch. They're resistant starch. Like, what are they resistant to, Kelley? What's a resistant starch? Why are beans so great? Well, beans are great because they can't be digested. They're resistant to something. Like, what are they resisting? Oh, yeah, they're resisting digestion. So you eat the beans, things like red beans, black beans, lentils, like someone was asking about. Black beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, garbanzo beans, all these different types of beans. The dry beans preferably. Man, these things are superfood. You're like, well, why are they superfood? And they're resisting digestion. They're going into your small intestines. And when they go into your small intestines, they're supposed to be digested. But they resist digestion because they're resistant starch. That's what it means. So when it gets to your large intestines, that's when they love it. Your beans love it. Like, ooh. I mean, your large intestine, your gut bugs, they love it. They eat the fiber from the beans. You can't digest it, but they eat the fiber. And when they eat the fiber, that gives you good gut health. That's why they're always like, hey, how's your gut health? You got good gut health, poor gut health? How's your gut health? You got good gut health, poor gut health? Right? People want to know. This is why they ask that. Because when you have great gut health, man, you feel great, you feel amazing. But on the other hand, when you have poor gut health, whoo, now you're always sick, now you're getting a cold, now you can't lose the weight, now you're all of this stuff. All because your body was expressing the wrong signals. And based on your gut flora, based on if you've got good gut health or not, it's going to tell you if you're going to express good health or if you're going to express poor health. That's what it means to have a good gut health, folks. Great, good gut health, poor gut health. This is it, folks. That's the beans. So then you probably like, well, Kelley, well, what's for breakfast then, Kelley? What's for breakfast? Let's order these foods. What's the order in which you eat these foods? What's the order? What's the breakfast? We're probably asking all of those questions. But before we even get into that, how you can make your life so simple, folks, is if you can go get yourself one of these plates. It's called a clean eating plate. It's called a clean eating plate. Look at this. Doesn't that look familiar? Like, look at that. Look at that. Boom, clean eating right there. Veggies right here. Proteins and fats right here. Look. Look at this. Carbs right there. Right there. So if you've got 50% veggies, this is how you eat all the time. You've got 50% veggies, 25% carbs, 25%, in proteins. You can play around with this board. You can say one day, you know what? I don't want 50% veggies. I actually want more protein because you're hitting the gym. Like, you're hitting the gym, so you need more protein, right? Because you're hitting the gym. You need more protein? Okay, cool. Let's just flip the plate over and let's put the protein right here. 50% protein right here. Right here, look. Boom. And now you brought your veggies down to 25% instead of 50% veggies. Now you got 25% veggies. And look at this, the carbs. Woo! You can go down, but you can't go up. Remember that down arrow we put earlier? Remember that? Yeah. That's why I put that down arrow. So you can manipulate this board, folks. You can go down on the carbs, but you can't go up. So you can go to 20%, 10%, 15%, whatever. You can't go up. Here's where you get these plates, folks. These plates, folks, if you want to hang out with me, folks, so I'm going to take you on a little ride. You just got to put this stuff into action that I'm saying. Step number one. Another thing you can do is go get yourself one of these plates. It's called a clean eating plate. Look at that. Clean eating plate. Look at that. This thing will make your life so simple. Thank you for the daily harmony. This thing will make your life so simple. It'll make the weight loss seamless. Like, oh, I lost the weight. It was seamless. It was seamless to lose the weight. Like, someone hit me up send me a DM and says, since she's been listening to me, she just started listening to me, and within 10 days, or was it 12 days, she lost 10 pounds in 12 days. Or was it 12 pounds in 10 days? One of them. This was another DM I got. And she said she went and got herself a plate. And she just started putting the stuff into action. And she lost 10 pounds in like 12 days. Or 12 pounds in 10 days. One of them. I think it was 12 pounds in 10 days. Yeah. This is all about maintaining your pace, folks. This is all about just giving yourself a blood sugar shower. All the stuff we're doing, we're knocking that sugar off of we're getting it back. Remember, we kept it up here the whole time. We kept it off. We're knocking it off. We're knocking that sugar off. Go get yourself one of these plates. You can get one out of my TikTok shop, right? My TikTok shop. You can go get yourself one of these plates, or showcase, sorry. My TikTok showcase. You can go get yourself one of these plates. They're deep too. These are the best ones I've seen. Look. These are the best ones I've seen. There's some out there, but these are deep. Look at that. Look how deep they are. And look how big it is. It's a good plate. It's a nice sized plate. Like you can actually get full off of this plate. Now, I've seen some of the other plates and be like, man, where in the hell did you get that little plate? Where did you get it? It's called the clean eating plate. Go get one out of my showcase. That's where they are. That's where they are. That's where the showcase is. But that's it. That's it, folks. You can change the board around however you want. You can change the percentages. You can go down on the carbs, remember that, but you can't go up. The reason that you can't go down is because carbs are great to have, but you don't need them. Carbs are great to have, but you don't need them. You don't need to have them, but they're great to have. They're kind of like watering a plant. You watering a plant like, oh, I'm watering my plant. You give your buddy, you go out of town and you give your buddy, let him hold you. You're out of town for 2 weeks. You're like, hey man, water my plant, hold my plant. And then you come back 2 weeks later and your plant's died. Like, why did my plant die? Well, your plant died because you gave the plant too much water. And it's the same thing when it comes to carbohydrates. They're great to have. Like you can have, I eat carbs, great. They're great to have, but the right amount is what you need, not the excess. You need the right amount, not the extra. Because guess where the extra goes? That contributes to high blood sugar. The extra contributes to high blood sugar and insulin levels. That's where the extra goes. So we don't need the extra. We just need the right amount. So you can go down on the carbs, but you can't go up. You can change your percentages over here. You can go 50%, you can go 75% starches, you can go 25%, whatever. You can go 50% protein, whatever. You can mix your beans. You can mix your beans and non-starchy veggies and all that stuff. That's what you can do, folks. And here's the order in which you eat your food. Check it out. This thing is so cool, man. Look at this. Watch. Look how cool this plate is. Watch this. You can even label it like this. 1, a 2, a 3. A 1, a 2, a 3. One, two, three. You're like, well, what the hell is 1, 2, 3, Kelley? Well, 1, 2, 3 is with the order in which you eat your food. Number 1 is your fiber. Ooh, look. Your non-starchy veggies, you eat that first. It's the order in which you eat your food. Number 1, and then the proteins and fats, number 2. Proteins and fats, number 2. Number 3 is over here, carbs, carbohydrates, fruits, whatever kind of fruit that you want. Just make sure that you do it in a very specific order. I want you to think about fruit as a dessert. Think of fruit as a dessert. You're like, what you mean think of fruit as a dessert, Kelley? Well, I mean the same way that you think about a dessert is the same way that I want you to think about that fruit. Like, well, Kelley, what about fruit? Can I eat fruit? Yeah, you can eat fruit. As long as you're obeying the rules, look. As long as you don't go over 25%, okay? As long as you eat the fruit as a dessert, okay, you can eat the fruit. You can eat the fruit if you've already got some fiber, and if you've already got some proteins or fats in your stomach. Basically, like it's coating. It's like a coating. The protein and the fats and the fiber, they build like a protective mesh, protective coating. So whenever you eat, number 3, whenever you eat the carbs, whenever you eat the fruit, whenever you eat sugar, now it's going to slow down how quickly those molecules enter into your bloodstream. Right? So that's number 3. Eat the food just like that. Think of fruit as a dessert. Go down on the, go down. You can go down, but you can't go up. You got 1, 2, 3. Eat the food in this specific order. There's a lot of stuff to it, folks. I know this is a lot of stuff to it, but it beats calorie counting. Now you get to master this. Now this is going to be your everyday life. This is what you're going to be doing in everyday life. This is why if you hang out with me, if you go beyond the challenge, which is coming soon. I already talked about the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, but we got beyond the challenge is coming up next. That'll be out here soon. All right. Hoping to get that one up next week, beyond the challenge. Beyond the challenge is for people who have accepted the challenge already, and they're ready to go beyond. Like, how do I have a peaceful mind? How do I have an active body? How do I do clean eating? How do I do this chart in the long run? See, this is what I mean by beyond the challenge is, in the challenge, we just keep things very, very streamlined. Very streamlined. But when we go beyond the challenge, now that's real life. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's got different situations. Everybody's got how they manage stress. Some people are moving. Everybody's life is different. So that's where beyond the challenge comes in. It's 8 weeks. We hang out with me for another 8 weeks, folks. And we're going to go well beyond the challenge. And we're going to talk about all things transformation at that point. Okay? All things transformation. The challenge was just to get you warmed up and let you know like what's possible. But beyond the challenge, whoo! True transformation. True transformation. But if this is making sense to y'all folks, put a health yes in the chat. Get to your questions. I know we covered a lot right here. But put it in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. And if you're ready to streamline this approach, you want to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. And for my people who have graduated from the challenge, there's something new coming for you, and it's called Beyond the Challenge. Give me chat me. Let's see here. What? Okay, let me see. Let me get to the question. Where did the beans go? The beans go right here. All right, that's a good one. The beans can go. That's a good one. Thank you for asking that. The beans can go with any of these categories. Any of these categories, except this category. You can't do beans and rice together. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, there is no way, no how that you should be doing beans and rice together. So beans and rice, you cannot go together, right? That is it. So the beans can go anywhere else, but they cannot go with the rice. They cannot go with the potatoes. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, no beans and rice. That's where they go, Wilson. But anywhere. I couldn't even eat an apple. It took my blood pressure to the roof. Your blood pressure or blood sugar? Really? Black beans go where? Black beans here. These are kind of like they freestyle. Beans kind of freestyle. The only thing you can't do with the beans is mix them with the rice or the carbs over here. You can't do that. All right. How many times a day do you eat? Well, you eat when it's called intuitive eating. You eat when your body's telling you to eat. You eat when your body is telling you to eat, meaning that if your body say, hey, it's time for me to eat. Let's just say you had a great breakfast, you had a great lunch, and you're still full. That's 2 meals. The question is, when you come home and it's dinner time and you're not hungry, it's 7 p.m., the question is, do you still eat? That's the question. Do you still eat? That is the question. I'll let you answer that question, okay? Do you still eat if you're not hungry? If you've had 2 great meals. I do red kidney, right? I do red kidney. My doctor said no rice and potatoes. Yeah. Red kidney. Yeah, you do the red kidneys by themselves. Yeah, don't mix it with the rice and potatoes. Don't do that. Yeah, that's good. I missed a lot. I'll catch tomorrow for sure, no doubt. Bakari, I do. All right. No. Okay. Yeah. These are the rules, folks. These are the rules. You need help with this, I'm telling you. You joined that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You've been raising your hand for many years and saying, somebody help me, the doctor's helping, nobody's helping me. If that's you, you can't sit back on your hands and wait for things to change. You can't do that. I'm gonna sit back on my hands and just wait for this. I'm gonna wait for my A1C to get better. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take all these medications. But here's the thing: you can take medication until you're blue in the face, just like this pen. You can take medication until you're blue in the face. But until you learn how to do this clean eating plate, until you learn how to master your pace, you're never gonna escape this. You're never gonna escape that taking medication for the rest of your life. You're never gonna escape it. You're gonna take that for the rest of your life. It's true. It is. You will have to take that medication for the rest of your life, unless you today, right here today, just go through and just change the whole thing up. Just change the whole thing. And rip up that old script. Because your past has no power over the present moment. It doesn't. Just because you've been suffering from diabetes for many, many years and the pain has gotten too bad, doesn't mean that you can't rip up that script and start over again. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want? Are you ready to step outside of your comfort zone? If you tried everything and nothing has worked, and you believe that you're stuck this way forever, you're not. It's a choice. It's a choice if you want to stay stuck like that forever with this condition, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes. It is very much a choice. If you want to have a high A1C, it is your choice. It is nobody's choice except for your own. The second you realize that, that is when you'll gain power, folks. I have to find that plate. That plate is linked in my showcase. It's in my showcase. Here's what that plate is, folks. Here's what that plate is. Check it out. Click right here, and then you click on my picture again. And you're gonna come right here. Here's where you find that plate. It's on my showcase right there. Where it says showcase, right there. That's where you find the plate, folks. Go get yourself a plate. Oh, not right there. That's a quiz and master plan. The showcase is right here. If you're on TikTok, there's a showcase right there. There it is. If you're on TikTok, there's a showcase. We're talking over here, but it's right here. There it is. That's where you can get the plates. You get those plates, folks. I'm telling you, it's gonna. You can take that plate. You can take this plate with you everywhere. Everywhere that you go, you can take this plate with you. And be like my buddy. You ever seen my buddy? My buddy. My buddy. You remember that from the 80s? Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy. Okay? If you're from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. So wherever you go, this plate will go. You get one of those out of my showcase. You can register for the quiz, folks. You can register for the master class. And when you're ready for real action, when the pain has gotten too much, when you've hit rock bottom, you might not have hit the rock bottom yet, and I get it. So the challenge is not going to not be for you. But if you hit rock bottom, and you know the ones that I'm talking about, if you hit rock bottom like I did, I want you to join this challenge. I want you to join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If you've been asking for help for many, many years, and nobody's listening to you, you've been raising your hand, help me, help me, help, help. My insulin is too high, help, help, I'm tired of help. If that's what you've been saying, and nobody's been listening to you, it's just been falling on deaf ears, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Here it is, right here. That's you. If that what you've been saying, that's what you've been saying. And you say you're ready to take control of your blood sugar. That's what you've been saying. Nobody else has been saying this. You've been saying this. But nobody's listening to you. Not even your doctor's listening to you. Here's what your doctor said. When you say help, here's what he says. More prescription, stronger prescription. Have a nice day. Is that the kind of help you want? Or do you want a different kind of help? Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It's $99 to join the challenge. But if you use that discount code escape, okay? Use that discount code escape, you're going to escape the matrix. Just like many other people, the testimonials have come on here and said they've lowered their A1C in 2 weeks hanging out with me. 2 weeks. Non-starchy veggies are, put a list in, but you can do a search. Just put in non-starchy veggies. But some of the ones are kale, arugula, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprout. These are non-starchy veggies. But just put a search in non-starchy veggies, and it's a whole list of them will come up, right? But those are some of the ones. Pepper, what about pepper? Bell peppers, right? Ronnie, what are you talking about? Ronnie, I hear you saying help, please. Are you saying help, please? Are you saying help, please? It's like you just want to voice it kind of help, or what kind of help do you need? That's the question. What kind of help do you need, Ronnie? All right. Yeah, bell peppers are great. Bell peppers go into non-starchy veggies. That's where the bell peppers go. Oh, you need help joining. All right, you need help joining. Here you go. We'll send you. We'll see if it's linked in my bio. But if you're struggling with finding out what the link is in my bio, I'll tell you where it is. Click right up here, and then click on my picture again, and it's going to take you to my page. That is where you'll click on the 14-day blood sugar reset. There's a link. Click on that link. It's going to take you right to the page. 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It will take you right there. But if not, we'll help you out, Aunt Ronnie. I got you. But it's right here. Click right here. Here's how you join the challenge. Click right here. Click right up here. That orange one right there. The one that's in orange. 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Accept the challenge. It says $99. Use that discount code ESCAPE. It'll drop the price down to $79. All right, let's see. Any other questions? No questions. No more questions. Okay, any questions over here? Any questions over here? All right, no questions. All right, we got 5 more minutes of Q&A, folks, before we go to the next topic. All right, what's up, Al? Al said, you're doing great with my diabetes control. Thanks you for training and the information. Man, you're quite welcome, Al. You're quite welcome, man. Al's just been putting in the work. He's been showing up, he's been doing the work, and he's been doing it again the next day. You show up, that's how you get your number to the ideal range, folks. It's just like Al was saying. You show up, you do the work, and you do it again tomorrow. That's what you do. You show up, you do the work, and you do it again tomorrow. And as a result, boom. Good morning, Kelley. I'm 8 days in. My challenge, and yes, my numbers have dropped. There it is. Jay Money. We got Jay Money coming in with his testimonial. We got Al coming in with his testimonial. Man, I'm telling you, folks, you're gonna be the next testimonial. Okay, just like all these other folks. I'm telling you, I get a lot of emails. The emails that I get, people saying like, "Yo, bro, we blew the doctor's mind. My numbers are like crazy. They're regular again." We're doing things different over here. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, we are doing things different over here. It's not the traditional stuff. Doing things different. Also, come out Sunday. If you're in Houston, come out Sunday. Hang out with your boy and give him a speech at the Holistic Health Expo here in Houston, Sunday. Come on out. It's called the Holistic Health Expo. Come on out. It's a live. We're doing it live. We're up close and personal. We talk about all this stuff live. All right. Which proteins and fats? Well, the proteins and fats are the leaner sources of protein. So whichever one you prefer. So whether that's chicken, turkey, lamb, beef, fish, tofu, or tempeh, or eggs. Just make sure it's the leaner sources. The fats we're talking about avocados, nuts and seeds, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, single ingredient almond butter, single ingredient peanut butter, chia seeds. These are healthy fats, folks. These are healthy fats. Good morning to my favorite motivator. What's up, Eva? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yes. Yes, you simplified the explanation and the reasoning, and now it's up to us to apply it. That's it, Al. That's it. It's about choices, right? I always say it's about choices. It's about the choices that you make. You have the power. You have the power to say, yeah, I want to suffer from diabetes. Yeah, that's what I want to do. You've got that power. The doctors don't have that power. You've got that power. I don't have that power. You have that power. To say, I'm suffering from this condition. You know what I can do? Oh, yeah, I can change it. I can change my whole script. I can rip it up. And I can start from the beginning. That's why the 14-day, it looks like they gave me a restriction, folks. So they're probably gonna throw me off of here, folks. But if they are, folks, come on over to YouTube. I don't know, they give me restrictions from time to time, but they're weird like that. But come on over here to YouTube, because I know they're gonna kick y'all off, right? Because it's about a lot of people about to drop off right now. Okay. Yeah. Come on over to YouTube. Click the link in my bio. Check me out on YouTube. Probably like half of y'all are gonna fall off. So it's not my fault. They're gonna kick you out. Man, I wish I'm in Chicago. I'm so ready. Yeah, you're so ready, Ronnie. I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're gonna kick you off. If they do, come on over here to YouTube. We got you. We live across everywhere. We're not gonna let this show stop us. Are green beans good for diabetics, and what veggies do you recommend? Yeah, you just joining us, the non-starchy veggies. The non-starchy veggies. That's what we recommend. Okay, will do. See, look, y'all dropping off. Let me see how quickly y'all drop off. While y'all dropping off, come on over here to YouTube. We got you. Click the link in my bio. You'll see what my YouTube page is. Facebook, whatever. We there. We everywhere. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you want, we there. We there. Man, I wish I could. I'm in Chicago. Man, no doubt. No doubt. I'll probably be stopping through Chicago every once in a while. Stopping through there every once in a while. Yeah, no doubt. But that's it, folks. Let's get back to the board. Let's done. We're done with clean eating right now. We're getting ready to shift gears. We're gonna talk about another topic. Hope to see y'all on YouTube, folks. See y'all dropping out. All right. Y'all want to keep the party going. But here's how you eat, folks. This is the last thing. We're wrapping up the eating. 1, a 2, a 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. It's called the clean eating plate. Any questions? No questions. All right, folks, let's go to the next topic. Let's go to the next topic. Next topic. Here it is. Here it is next, folks. So we're all done with clean eating. Everybody went and got their plates. Everybody went and got their plate from the folks who were ready for change. They went and joined the 14-day challenge. They downloaded the PDF. Right? They did something. They booked a call. They did something. There's a lot of freebies on my page, folks. But the next lesson, here's the next lesson that we're going to talk about. That is Let's see what the next. Oh yeah, the blood sugar roller coaster. Why you're always tired. Why you're always tired. Why you always got high levels of insulin. It's called the blood sugar roller coaster, folks. And we want to get you off of it. You off of that roller coaster. We got some folks coming in on YouTube. I see you. If they kick you off, tell them if they kick you off, man, and they won't let you come back in, come find us on YouTube. Okay? This is, folks, is what we want to get you off of. We want to get you off of that blood sugar roller coaster. The roller coaster. Here's how it looks. Here's what's happening to you every day. Like Jimmy said earlier, he got off the roller coaster. He's a type 1 diabetic. He said he got off the roller coaster. Man, good to see y'all, folks. Tell you we're here on YouTube. We're here, we're everywhere. We're all over the place. Right? Appreciate that follow. Appreciate the follow. Let me see. Oh yeah, my markers. Give myself a different marker. Who's always tired? Who's always hungry? Like, put a me in the chat. You're always tired. You're always hungry. You always get these sugar cravings. You always get all of that, folks. Put a me in the chat. You get these sugar cravings. You get tired. You get hungry. Put a me in the chat. 140, 170. What's up, Catherine? What's up, Chach? Man, did you get that email I sent to you, Chach? I sent you an email. I sent you a couple emails. But here we go. The max. Getting on the roller coaster and getting off the roller coaster, it will dictate your entire life. When I told you that we can do this thing in 2 weeks, when I tell you that we can do this thing in 2 weeks, when we can get you off this roller coaster in as little as 2 weeks. What's up, Phyllis? Like, I'm not joking. Here's why. Here's why. It's because blood sugar is one of the main things that you can manipulate like right away. You can manipulate it like right away. Based on the food that you eat, you can control what happens to your blood sugar. So if you know what you're doing, if you know how the body works, and as little as 2 weeks, you can lower your A1C 2 points like Jazzy did, or 1.5 points in 2 weeks like Stephen did, from a 7.1 to a 5.7. 2 weeks. Your blood sugar is supposed to look like this. It's supposed to just trug along and be between 70 and 100. Like, what's the ideal range? It's between 70 and 100. That's the ideal. When you wake up in the morning, you want to be below 100. You want to be just like this. Smooth. Or throughout the day, maybe you eat some food and it'll go up and then it'll come back down. It'll go up and then it'll come back down. That's what you want, right? But that's not really what happens. When you're metabolically flexible, if a person is metabolically flexible, what does it mean to be metabolically flexible? That means that you can shift between burning fat for energy and burning food for energy. If you're metabolically flexible, yeah, you can do this with no problem. But if you're not, here's what could happen. You can put yourself on a roller coaster. Do me a favor, folks. Who knows what happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fats? Whenever you eat fats, like we talked about those fats. When you eat fats, folks, what happens to your blood sugar? Can you tell me? You understand what happens to your blood sugar whenever you get some fats? Whenever you eat some fats? Can you tell me? Anybody, throw it in the chat. What happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fats? Any guesses? We're going to tell you what's happening to your blood sugar. You want to understand your blood sugar more? Like earlier, we told you you got to take a blood sugar shower. You got to get you got to knock all that sugar off of your blood sugar, off of your hemoglobin. You got to knock it off. All right? Nothing. It stays the same. It stays the same. See, we got some more folks coming in on YouTube. On YouTube and on. Did they kick you off? They kicked you off, didn't they? They kicked you off my live, and they wouldn't let you come back. I know it. I know how they said they restricted me. They said that's it. No more people are coming. No more people are coming. They said. So that's it for today, folks. That's the crowd we got for today. So if they kick you out, come on over here to YouTube. We got you. And then you can put it on your TV anyway. Like, yeah, you can cast it to your TV and sit back and watch. And I got you. Class is in session. Nothing happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fat. It just stays like that. It's nice, clean energy. This is why you want to eat a savory breakfast in the morning. Like, what's a savory breakfast? A savory breakfast is when you do, remember that plate? Sections 1 and 2. Sections 1 and 2. A protein, a fat, and a veggie. A protein, a fat, and a veggie. It's my screen, the only screen paused. They probably kicked you out. They won't let you. You got to go to YouTube. That's where you got to go. Okay? That's where you got to go. They won't let you come back in. They paused it. They gave me a violation for, I don't know, for who knows. Okay? For a touch and go around here at this place. But here we go. When you eat fats, nothing happens. Eat a savory breakfast, folks. Chicken, broccoli, avocado, or tofu scramble with some bell peppers with, what else? Tofu scramble with some bell peppers with, I don't know, maybe some nuts and seeds or something. Okay, thanks. I got a phone call and came back and it says pause. Okay, let me go to YouTube. Yeah, we here. That's what we are. Head on over there. It's gonna act crazy because it's restricting me. It's only letting a certain amount of people come in. It's like, no, you can't come in. We're restricting this guy's live. That's what they say. You're not going out. No more people. No more people are learning about defeating type 2 diabetes. Only a certain amount of people are. We're restricting you. No more people are learning about the blood sugar roller coaster. Okay, folks, who knows what happens when you eat protein? What happens to your blood sugar when you eat protein? Who can tell me what happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat protein? Things like chicken and turkey and all of that stuff. Chicken, turkey, saying beef, steak, whatever. What happens to your blood sugar at that point? And when you eat protein, I got a violation for mentioning an outside website for directing people to the website other than TikTok. That's what we got link in bios for. That's what the link in the bio is for. You put it. That's why we put it there. I know it's crazy, right? It's crazy how they say, oh yeah. But it's the link in the bio. That's what it's there for. Okay? Stays the same. Go and follow Kelley on YouTube. Yeah, put me on YouTube. Okay. Oh, now I see. Now I can see. Okay. Small bump. Blood sugar. Small bump in the blood sugar. Okay, right. You're right, exactly. They give you a violation for anything. But here we go. Small bump like this. Nothing really significant. Nothing really significant whenever you eat protein. It's gonna go up a little bit, small bump. It's kind of like the analogy I love to give. If you live in California and get an earthquake and you turn on the TV and the news that night and they're like, there was an earthquake. And you're like, I didn't know that there was an earthquake. Okay? I didn't know it was an earthquake. It's because it was so low on the Richter scale that it didn't even matter. So here it is, folks, right here. So that's what happens when you eat protein. Not very much. But now, here's what happens. What happens, folks? Put it in the chat. What happens when we eat carbohydrates? The pastas, the rice, the lasagna, the pizzas. What happens at that point? You have to say YT instead. It doesn't matter. They already gave me a violation. So if I want to say, I'm going to say YouTube. Okay. They already gave me a violation, so I'll say YouTube. If they did it, I'd be more cautious. But they already gave me a violation, so YouTube it is. Facebook it is. Go follow me over there. Click the link in my bio. There's a link that tells you where all of my stuff is. The quiz, the master class, everything. Here's where it is. Look. Check it out. Here's where it all is. Right here. Quiz, masterclass, all that stuff. All that stuff right here. Over here as well, folks. But here it is. It's linked in my bio, linked in my description. On my other social, YouTube, Facebook, all that is right there. There's where you can find that, all this stuff. Look at that. That's where I am. All the other ones are there. Boom. I ain't hard to find. All right. Oh, that's Beyond the Challenge. It's coming soon. But here's where all the goodies are, folks. For my people who are ready to get off this roller coaster, what happens whenever you eat pasta? What happens? What happens? Oh, I know, just ate fruit with my breakfast. But I ate everything in order you said. Okay, great. Is there anything on your page showing where you will be on Saturday? I'm going to put something up there. It's on Sunday, actually. It's not Sunday, it's Saturday. It's not Saturday, it's Sunday. It's called the Holistic Health Expo. I'm going to put something up there. I'm going to put something on my page. Look for me. I'll probably put it in my stories. Look forward to my story. My blood sugar spikes really high, yeah, with eating carbs and a lot of carbs. Yeah, that's what happens to your blood sugar, folks. Whenever you eat carbs, it goes high. So you put yourself on a roller coaster. So let's figure out why we're tired. Let's figure out why we're hungry. Let's figure out all of that. And here's why. Check this out. We wake up in the morning, we want our blood sugar at about 85. At 8 a.m., we're heading out to go to work. We want our blood sugar at about 85. But here's what happens. We grab that donut. We grab that donut. We grab what else do we grab? The whole Twinkies. We grab the cereal. We grab all of that stuff. Right? It elevates, escalates, Phyllis. Yeah, no doubt. It goes up. When you eat that, check it out. When you eat all that stuff, the sugary stuff in the morning, guess what's happening to your blood sugar? This is called a spike. You just spiked your blood sugar. Woo! And then when it spikes, that's when you start getting energy. Like, yeah, you start getting charged up, getting energy. But here's the thing. When it doesn't spike, when it does spike, it goes up quick and then it comes down quick too. Comes down quick. What do you mean it comes down quick? Well, it comes down quick. As quickly as it goes up, as quickly as it's going to come back down, it's going to crash. It's called a crash. And when you crash, man, do you crash. Woo! You start getting sugar cravings, you start getting hunger cravings, you start getting all of that. Okay, so then you're at the office, it's 10 a.m., you're at the office, and you're like, man, I need something. I need something, folks. What's up, Rosie? I need something. And you're going to get that Snicker bar. And when you get that Snicker bar, man, you eat that Snicker bar up, you're at the office, and your blood sugar goes right back up. Right back up. Whew. And when you eat that, and then it starts to come back down. It may start to come back down. It may be like right here. Maybe it's like right here after it's coming back down. It's like about 120, okay? Starts coming back down. But then you go to lunch. You go to lunch with your coworkers. And then when you go to lunch, I'm going to put it over here. Got 10 a.m. And then you got lunch. Your blood sugar hasn't even come all the way back down yet from that sugar. It started to come down, but then you went to lunch and y'all had the most junkiest. Y'all went to KFC. Y'all went to Taco Bell. Y'all went to Popeyes. That's where y'all went. And as a result, your blood sugar went back up. And then it's coming down. So after lunch is right here. That was a short ride on the roller coaster. But then at 3 p.m., whoo! So you got breakfast, you eat that junky breakfast. You got the 10 a.m., you eat a Snicker bar, and then you go to lunch with your coworkers. Like, the day's just getting going, folks. We're just starting the day. Okay, now what about here? Now we're at 3 p.m. at the office. What happens at 3 p.m. at the office, folks? Every day, what happens at 3 p.m.? Who can tell me what happens at 3 p.m.? Can anybody tell me? What happens at 3 p.m.? Rosie, how you doing? Yeah, hello, how you doing? Are you ready to go beyond the challenge, Rosie? Because we got beyond the challenge coming. I know you've been asking, what's beyond the challenge? We got beyond the challenge coming next week. We got beyond the challenge coming. So be ready for that. That is for people who are ready for serious transformation. You ready for serious transformation? That's when you want to go beyond the challenge. Rosie joined the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But when she's ready to go beyond the challenge, we got it. Okay. Who can tell me what happens? Yeah, snack time. Yeah, okay. What else? What else happens at snack time? Snack time, and what else happens? Phyllis, can you tell me what else happens? What happens at 3 p.m. every day when you're at the office? You had that big old lunch with your coworkers. You went out to lunch. This is your day. Can anybody tell me what happens at 3? Ooh. Let me see. Snack time. I'm ready for beyond the challenge. That's it, Rosie. You ready for beyond the challenge? Listen, we're going to have it ready next week. Don't worry. 8 weeks. Hang out with your boy for 8 weeks. We got you. And we're going to change your whole life. Yes. By eating simple bagel or an unhealthy breakfast sandwich will take you there. It will. A simple bagel in the morning, you've started a whole roller coaster. That's it. It'll take you there. You're right. So 3 p.m. You get tired, you get hungry, you get sleepy. And then you go to the vending machine, or you go to your coworker, and you go get your coworker, like, hey, coworker, the coworker that loves to bring the donuts every day. Like, why you love bringing donuts every day, coworker? You know I'm supposed to stay away from these donuts, right? This is what you're saying to yourself. I know I shouldn't be eating these donuts. And you just pace it back and forth like, man, I shouldn't be eating these donuts, bro. But then you go by the break room and this keeps 3 o'clock and it just keeps calling your name and you're looking like, dang, that donut box is in there. And you go grab that donut. You go get that donut, you go get the one with all the glaze on it and you open the microwave and you put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. And then when you take it out, it's all nice and melty and moist. Oh, you just get that feeling like, I love it. Woo! And then you just get that quick energy. And then your blood sugar goes back up. Then it's coming home. Then you're crashing. You go through traffic and rush hour and all that stuff. Now you get home and it's dinner time. And what's for dinner? Who can tell me what's for dinner? What we normally having for dinner? Appreciate that, Kimura. What's for dinner, folks? 7 p.m. Oh, yeah, we'll say spaghetti. Yeah, dinner time. Spaghetti, baked ziti, pizza, lasagna, macaroni and cheese, Popeyes. Again, we went to KFC for lunch. Then we're going to come home and we're going to do Popeyes for dinner. Honey, what sounds good tonight? I don't know. Popeyes sound good. What sounds good tonight? I don't know. Go to Burger King and give me a Whopper. Give me that Whopper combo. That's what's for dinner. That sounds about right. And and then check it out. Now, you go eat that. Now your blood sugar goes back up again. And when your blood sugar is going back up again, now you're like, bro, what's going down? Now you're winding down for the night. You're winding down and your blood sugar's coming. You ate that dinner. You ate pizza for dinner and it went up. And now you're watching Netflix. You're watching your favorite TV show. It's the evening. This is the whole day, folks. It's the evening time. What are we doing at 9:15? What are we doing at 9 and 9:15? What are we going to do? When we're watching our favorite Netflix show. When we're watching Power. When we're watching all of that. When we're watching whatever. What's happening? What are we going to do? We're going to go get that snack. Somebody said snacking. What's up, boss? Saint, hey, Gordon, man, how's it going? I know you joined the challenge, boss. I remember the picture. I know the picture. How is the challenge going, man? You still kicking butt on the challenge? Did you take it? Did you jump into the challenge and go full speed, full swing ahead? How did you do? All carbs. Somebody said, yeah, all carbs. Yeah, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted at that time. A bunch of carbs. You want sugar. You want ice cream. You want popcorn. You want something sweet, don't you? You want that birthday cake? You want that apple pie? You want Nacho Mama's banana pudding? You want a patty pie? Isn't that what happens every evening when you're at the house? Well, when you do that, when you have that apple pie, here's what happens. Now your blood sugar went right back up again. Now your blood sugar went right back up again. But here's the only problem now. Now the problem is, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. Now we got a problem. It's bedtime, but our blood sugar is still high. From the ice cream that we just ate. We ate the ice cream. Ice cream. What do we do now? It's bedtime, but our blood sugar is at 250. Our blood sugar is at 250. Now what? What about an avocado bagel? No. What are we doing right now at 10 p.m. when our blood sugar is high? After we had that snack, after we had that ice cream, our blood sugar is high. What are we doing now? All right, nobody knows. I eat once a day. What should I stay away from? If you do OMAD, if you do eat once a day, then you should stay away from the trash. That's what I say. Stay away from the ultra processed junk food. That's what you stay away from. Okay, the crap. That's what you stay away from. Restless. Okay, here it is. You take some insulin. Maybe some fast-acting insulin, right? Some fast-acting insulin because your blood sugar's high. Now, all of a sudden, that's at dinner time. That's at bedtime. Now your blood sugar's there. Now what's going to happen? What happens now at about 3 a.m.? The day's still going, folks. What happens now at about 3 a.m.? Who can tell me? What happens at 3 a.m., folks? I'm gonna put it up here. 3 a.m. What's happening? Ooh, restless. Ooh, drops. Do something active. Okay. Yeah, it drops. That's it. It drops. It's why you wake up looking all bug-eyed. It's why you wake up looking like they say in the old movies. It's why you wake up looking like an old bug-eyed fool. Yeah, wide awake. That's it. Wide awake, Kamora. You wake up looking like an old bug-eyed fool. You wake up like, huh! Your eyes are open. You wake up looking around like you're looking crazy and all of that stuff. And it's like, what the hell is going on? That, folks, is what happens at 3 a.m. Your blood sugar drops because you just took all that insulin and your blood sugar just tanked. Now that your blood sugar is tanked, that's when you wake up at 3 a.m. looking like Kamora was saying, wide awake. Now too well because my husband. I know it all too well because my husband is diabetic. Yeah, you know it's all too well. That when you wake up in the morning, you know if your husband's diabetic and you know it all too well, and you wake up like about 3 in the morning, like, huh, and he's like waking up looking all crazy and stuff, looking like a bug-eyed. It's because his blood sugar just tanked, and if your blood sugar tanks, that's an alarm system to your body. Your alarm system to your body says, wake the hell up because you ain't going to be around for much longer if you don't wake up. Your blood sugar's got a little bit too low, way below where we like it. And as a result, I'm going to have to shoot some adrenaline into you. I'm going to have to, when your blood sugar tanks like that, it's what your body does. Your body wants to survive. It tries everything it can to do to survive. Everything. And it'll shoot some adrenaline. It'll give you a shot of adrenaline, like boom, shot of adrenaline. And then you try to get some more blood sugar and all that stuff. You try to raise it back to the ideal range. Because if it gets too low, you'll check out of here. That's what it means. You'll check out of here. So your body wants to stick around so that you don't check out of here. So that's why you wake up looking like all crazy. But here are human beings, so like we're so weird, folks. Human beings are like the weirdest people on the planet. Here's how weird we are. We're so weird that we're glutton for punishments. Human beings are the only species that are glutton for punishment. You're like, what do you mean glutton for punishment, Kelley? Well, because here's why. It's because we'll wake up the very next day and we'll do the same thing over again. We'll do the same thing over again. And we'll do it again the next day. And we'll do it again the next day. And we'll do it again the next day. And then we'll do it again the next day. And then we'll do it again the next day. And we'll do it the next year. And we'll do it the next year after that. And then the year after that. And then the years turn into decades. It's what we do every day. We're on a roller coaster. And the whole time we're on a roller coaster, our blood sugar is constantly high. Our insulin levels are constantly high. Because where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. But the insulin can't come down until all of the blood sugar goes away. When the blood sugar goes away, check it out. When the blood sugar starts coming down, insulin is like, okay, the streets are cleared. Insulin is like the chaperone, basically. Like the chaperone. Let me think of it like this. Remember when you were a kid and you went out on field trip and you had the chaperones? Insulin is the chaperone for your blood sugar. So if there's still blood sugar in your bloodstream, there's still blood sugar there. Insulin will stay out like the chaperone and say, I'm gonna stay here until all of the blood sugar goes into the cells. Or I'm gonna make sure all of the kids go back into the classroom. The chaperone. Make sure all kids get back on the bus. On the chaperone. That's insulin. So if you keep spiking your blood sugar, you keep spiking it, you keep spiking it, you keep spiking it, you keep spiking it, guess what insulin's doing? It's just hanging out. It's just hanging out. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just hanging out. It's just a freaking chaperone. Constantly saying like, dang, the chaperone's always watching, bro. Like, you're trying to sneak off with your buddies, like, where's the chaperone? Get away from the chaperone. That's how it is with insulin and blood sugar, folks. Wherever blood sugar goes, insulin follows. Wherever blood sugar goes, insulin follows, folks. So that's it. This is the roller coaster, folks. Now, if you're ready to get off of this roller coaster, if you say, I've been on this roller coaster for many, many years, Kelley, I'm ready to get off of this thing, man. I've been here for a long time. If that's you, if you say, listen, I've tried everything, nothing has worked, starting to believe I'm stuck this way forever, then that's not true. You need to experience the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge and then prove yourself wrong. Prove yourself wrong. Not me, not anybody else. Just prove yourself wrong. That's all you got to do over here, right here. Prove yourself wrong. People who have proved themselves wrong have joined the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Here's where they do it. Right here. They click right up here. And they click on my picture again. Check it out. Here's where it is. Here's where that life-changing stuff is. It's the quiz, and the masterclass right here. Same thing on my other socials as well. On my YouTubes, my Facebooks, and all that stuff. Click that link in my description, and you're going to come to that link tree right there. Click that link, you'll come to that link tree. You'll see the link is right there in my description. But here it is, folks. It's like Disney World for a diabetic. You got the quiz, the masterclass. Look at all the goodies on here. I'm gonna show you. There's some new goodies on here too. There's the quiz. There's the masterclass quiz right here. Oh, hold on. Absolutely free quiz, folks. All you gotta do is pay attention. The masterclass, same thing. Absolutely free. It's called How to Unlock Your Diabetes Freedom, because that's what we're doing. We're unlocking the key. We're letting the chaperone insulin. Remember we talked about that being the chaperone? We're going to tell the chaperone, like, hey, chill out, chaperone. We're cool. That's how you unlock it. You got to unlock your diabetes freedom. It ain't going to happen by itself. It's not going to happen by just taking a bunch of medications. How you unlock your freedom. How you get off of this roller coaster is by doing the work. You show up, you do the work, you do it again tomorrow. You show up, you do the work, you do it again tomorrow. For my people who are said that they're ready for serious change, you got the quiz, the masterclass, the PDF, that's all free stuff. The quiz, the masterclass, the PDF, that's all free. All you got to do is pay attention. But here we go. We got the challenge right here. This one, the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, is the only thing that I got to charge you for. The reason I got to charge you for the challenge is because it's real people like Rosie, real people getting real results. Like Janet, who came on yesterday and told her story, 80 years old. Like Jazzy, who came on last week. I think she said she was 63, 62, 62. Doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to show up, you do the work, and you do it again tomorrow? That's the only way you're going to get off the roller coaster. Other than that, you're just taking a bunch of knowledge. Because as I always like to say, knowledge without action is just entertainment. And yeah, it's entertaining to go on a roller coaster. Yeah, you've been to amusement parks. It's real entertaining to go on a roller coaster. But that's for amusement parks, though. It's not for your blood sugar. Your blood sugar is not meant to be on a roller coaster. If you're ready for change, if you raise your hand and say, that's me, if that's you, then you join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. That's it. It's the simplest way I can put it to you. What are we doing? 42 meals, 14 days, 42 meals, all designed by me. It is a blueprint that says, if you're struggling with this condition, if that is you, that is why I created it. Also why I created Beyond the Challenge. Beyond the Challenge is coming soon, right? Look, Beyond the Challenge right there. Beyond the Challenge. This is for people who have graduated. They've graduated and they're ready to go beyond the challenge. They're ready for a true lifestyle change. They're ready for a complete transformation. Just like this. You ready to go beyond the challenge? This is what your journey is going to look like this. This is what your journey is going to look like. A complete transformation. All right? A complete transformation. That was me suffering from diabetes, heart disease, obesity, all of that stuff. I did the challenge. I didn't even know it was a challenge what I was doing at the time. I was just challenging myself. I did this myself. I didn't know I was doing the challenge. Challenging myself. And then I just kept doing it every day, maintaining my pace. And then I went beyond the challenge. And then that's where the whole transformation started. That's where it started. But it started with my whole mindset, though. It started with the choices I make today is going to rewrite my story for tomorrow. That's when it started, with the choices. Every bold step today is one less. I wish I had done this. Tomorrow. You don't want to do that. You don't want to live with regret. I wish I had. That's a terrible feeling, folks. To just wake up one day and say, damn, I wish I had given it 100%. Had I gave it 100%, I might not even be having diabetes anymore. I might be off these meds had I gave it 100%. But I decided I wasn't going to give it 100%. I decided, you know what, I was going to sit back and relax and watch Netflix. While my A1C is at a 15. If your A1C is at a 15, it's not time to watch Netflix. If your A1C is at a 15, it is not time to watch Netflix. It is not time. If your A1C is at a 12, 13, it is not time to watch Martin. It's not. Because your clock is ticking. That insulin is taking you up out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Insulin resistance is taking you out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry. But you don't even know it. It's silent. So when your A1C is at a 14, 15, you don't even feel it. It's silent. Shh. But I can tell you this, that it's doing a one hell of a number on your cells. It's doing category 5 hurricane damage to your cells. I grew up in Florida. I know a thing or two about hurricanes. I live in Texas now. I know a thing or two about hurricanes. They're destructive. It's the same thing with insulin resistance. It is destructive. Erectile dysfunction, PCOS, gestational diabetes, dementia, type 3 diabetes, as they call it, heart disease, all this stuff is related to insulin resistance. Why? Because insulin is the single most important hormone in your stinking body. Your whole body. The single most important one is insulin. And if you're stuck on the roller coaster, it's time for you to get off of the roller coaster. You feel that you're stuck on the roller coaster? It's time for you to get off of it. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, your blood sugar will not ever look the same. Your A1C will not ever look the same. I said lower A1C starts here. The 14-day reset challenge. Your blood sugar will not look the same. You ready to join that 14-day challenge? I want you to use that discount code ESCAPE. That's what it is, ESCAPE. Escape. You escape the matrix. You escape the roller coaster. Your stop ends here. Like, that's it. Your stop ends here. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Is that you say, Kelley, I raised my hand. I need help. I need help getting that, Kelley. But the question is, how much help do you need? How much help do you need to kick this condition? Or how bad has the pain gotten? Let me ask it that way. How bad has the pain gotten? Has it gotten bad enough where you want to take action? Or are you at that? Some people are still at this stage where they're just at the point where it says, you know what? I want to raise my hand and say I need help. But when it actually comes down to it, I really don't want to do the work that's required. I really don't, Kelley. I really rather sit here and watch Netflix. I said that I want to get off of these meds. I said that I want to get my life back. I said that I want to know what my A1C. But what I really want to do, Kelley, is watch Netflix, bro. I said that I wanted a six-pack. But what I really wanted to do is watch Game of Thrones. Okay? You're not going to get rid of diabetes that way. You're not going to get rid of type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance that way. You're not. So that's it, folks. If this is making sense to y'all, the work you got to do and how to get off this roller coaster, because your life literally depends on it. The quicker you get off this roller coaster, the quicker you can get your life back. And you can get off this roller coaster in as little as 2 weeks. If it hurts to watch other people live freely while you're trapped by your blood sugar, then joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is your first step to freedom. Now let's get to these questions. Insanity, any questions? Wow, yeah. I'm sure his ears would resonate with your tone and your knowledge. Send him my way. You can watch the replay. We got him my way. We got him. Sometimes people need tough love. As a diabetic, I know diabetics need tough love. Because I know it no other way. If I come at you all soft, here's the thing, folks. If I come at you all soft and all that stuff, people are going to move. They're going to be like, man, whatever, bro. But now, if we talk about what's really, if we talk about straight talk, real talk, that's different. We got to have a real talk about what's really going on for it to click for you. Because we don't want you to hit rock bottom first. Like, here's the thing, Kamora. We don't want your husband to hit rock bottom first. We don't want your husband to hit rock bottom before he actually takes action. But the thing is, though, as much as we want it for him, as much as we would love it for him, we can't do the work for him. We can't. You can't do the work for him. He's got to wake up every day, show up, do the work, and do it again tomorrow. Show up, do the work, and do it again tomorrow. He's got to do that every single day. Does he have to be perfect? No, it doesn't have to be perfect. But it's only a prescription that he can write for himself. Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, and effective sleep, folks. Those are the areas. So if this is making sense to y'all, put a health yes in the chat. Put a health yes in the chat if this is making sense to y'all, folks. And I'm going to sit down for the last 15 minutes because we're getting out of here in 15 minutes. But, folks, if you're ready to join that challenge, if you say today's the day, I want you to use that discount code, ESCAPE. I'm in the same boat as Maury is. I do not have diabetes, but I thought if I started the process, or like somebody else. You want to lead by example? Let me see. Let me sit on back down. Yeah. Put that down. Health, yes. Okay. I'm in the same boat, but I do not have diabetes. But I started the process. It might follow. He's doing better, but zero sugar soda is awful, and I cannot get him off of it. Yeah. People are gonna make their own decisions. I know it. Diabetics are the toughest people on this world to crack. Like to get through. It takes hitting rock bottom. That's what it takes. Sad as that is to say, it is what it takes. So here's what I can say: if he's making some progress, great. But if he's not ready to jump all the way in, which he should be, just jumping in if he knew how serious this condition was, all you can do is you try to lead by example. But again, people are going to make their own decisions. They are. Health, yes. Okay, yeah, health, yes. Let's see if I missed any questions. No questions. Did y'all come over here? Did y'all register over here? Did y'all follow me over here on YouTube? Y'all follow me everywhere? TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. They gave me a restriction, so I'm just calling out the names. I'm not even doing YTs and all that stuff anymore. Right? But glad this is making sense to y'all folks, because this is the work that you got to do. What we talked about taking if you're just joining us, or earlier we talked about taking a blood sugar shower. You can take a blood sugar shower in as little as 2 weeks. What does it mean to take a blood sugar shower? It means that you are literally giving your blood sugar a bath, a shower. Because it's a whole bunch of sticky stuff that's attached to your red blood cells. That's all high blood sugar is. It is sticky stuff. Sugar, blood sugar, has been attached, has been stuck to your hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is the life that you breathe. It's stuck to it. And what you got to do? You got to figure out how to wash it off. Like, you got to wash it off. Because every day you're generating new blood sugar, new blood cells, new hemoglobin every day. New red blood cells are being regenerated every single day. New red blood cells every single day. And how you can bring down your A1C in as little as 2 weeks is if you change everything. You change your nutrition, you change what's going into your body, it will respond in a different way. It will respond in a positive way. That's where I created the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You got to the point where you're like, man, I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready for change. If that's you, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Let's see. I thought when he had NF, a flesh-eating bacteria, that was his rock bottom, but I guess not. Yeah. Flesh-eating bacteria was in his rock bottom. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Human beings are the only one that's glutton for punishment like this. We're the only ones. But I don't know what to say about that, right? Why does it take for human beings having to hit rock bottom for us to make a change? Why? Can somebody tell me that? Why? But here's how we can counter that. Before we get to rock bottom, I know it takes getting rock bottom, but you can go in the mirror right now and you can literally do this exercise. You can literally go in the mirror and give yourself 5 good reasons as to why you deserve better health. You can literally write that down. You can literally take a pen and pad. Do this exercise, folks. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Go take a pen and pad. Go look in the mirror and give yourself 5 good reasons as to why you deserve better health. Because excuses will come. Life will start to life. Life will start to life. Everything will start to get hard. And you're like, well, why the hell am I doing this? And if you don't have a strong enough reason why you're doing this, if you don't have a purpose as to why you're doing this, when the smallest thing comes, it's going to interfere with your progress. You're going to say, you know what, I really didn't have a real reason as to why I wanted to do this, why I wanted to lower my A1C. I didn't really have enough reason. I didn't really have the real purpose behind it. So as a result, when it got hard, I stopped. So no. Reasons come first, and answers come second. Because obstacles aren't the enemy. A weak purpose is the enemy. So all the stuff that we see in everyday life and all that stuff, oh, this got in the way, this got in the way, get in the way, that my kids, this, that, or whatever. That's not the enemy. The enemy is having no purpose. That's it. Reasons. You got enough of them, I'm telling you. If you can't answer the why, you won't last through the how. If you can't answer the why, you will not last through the how. Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to reverse why is it my kids? Is it walking my daughter down the aisle? What is it? If you can't answer that, then you won't make it through. You're not going to be able to make it through. It's the only way you're going to get rid of this diabetes, folks. Only way you're going to get your life back is if you get a why, you get a purpose. What are your list of whys? What are your list of whys? Do you have them? Do you have a list of whys? If you don't have a list of whys, I'm telling you, I want you, this is what the exercise I want you to do today. Go in the mirror, get a pen and pad, look in the mirror, and then give yourself 5 good reasons as to why you deserve better health. Five. Becky says, I'm overweight and I'm experiencing blurry vision right now. What are your list of whys, Becky? What's your purpose? The obstacle of the blurry vision, that's not the obstacle. That's not the enemy. A weak purpose is. You get enough purpose, you get enough reasons, you'll understand the how. You'll understand the why. You'll get your vision back if you had enough reasons. But if you don't, you just continue to let the vision just kind of be blurry and just until you eventually lose your sight. Kind of how the process goes. So like we're talking about people hitting rock bottom. It takes hitting rock bottom for us to move. And I hope it doesn't take for you to lose your vision, Becky, for that hitting rock bottom. I hope it does. I hope it doesn't get to that before you move. If your why doesn't make you cry, if your why doesn't make you cry, your why isn't big enough. Yeah. That's it. If your why doesn't make you cry, it ain't big enough. Because the second you run into some interference, the second you run into an obstacle, the second you run into some temporary defeat, you're going to be like, man, I ain't really want it anyway. Yeah. So it's easy for me to give up. I said that I wanted to get off of these diabetic meds. I said that's what I was saying, but when it really got tough, when the tough got going, all I did was just went back to the cabinet. I went back to the cabinet and I got my metformin and all that stuff and my glycosides, and I just took it and I went and watched Netflix. You convinced me to join. You convinced me even when I joined the challenge, I will still watch you every day that I can. Yeah. Join the challenge. When you're ready, you join the challenge. Join the challenge when you're ready. I share your life every day trying to get my family to on board too. Oh, my lives every day. Okay, yeah. Great. Yeah, share it out. Share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this condition. Share it out there to them. But at the end of the day, it's their decision. And I'm getting ready to jump up out of here. You know how I like to end this thing. You know how I like to end this live, folks. We'll be back tomorrow. We got some new folks joining us today. We got here we go. We're getting ready to get up out of here. But here's what I want y'all to do. While we're gone, Where are we going? Peace out, Becky. Where are we going? Right here. Boom. We got the 75,000 today, man. Y'all are amazing. Right here. Click right here. And then you click on my picture again. Same thing over here, folks. If you click on that link in my description, the very first link, it says start here. You click on that link, and you got to go get all these freebies, man. You got to go grab and go. You got to go grab and go. Right here. Here's the quiz. This is where the quiz and the masterclass. This is on TikTok, but it's also on my other social. There's a link. That link right there. All right, that link right there. Quiz, masterclass, 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. And for my people who have graduated from the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, we got something called Beyond the Challenge. That's coming up next. That'll be out next week. Beyond the Challenge will be out next week. That Beyond the Challenge is for people. I'm excited about Beyond the Challenge. It's for people who have gotten to the point where they've graduated from the reset. Like they've got off the roller coaster. They got off the blood sugar roller coaster. Now they say, you know what, Kelley? I want to take it to the next level. I want to go beyond. I want to do a complete transformation. I want to lose all the weight. I want to get my blood sugar right. I want to do all that. I want to fix all that stuff. Those are the people who hang out with me for another 8 weeks. I was too late. What were you too late for? You're never too late. It's never too late. Here's the quiz. Here's the masterclass. Here's a PDF. There's a free PDF. That's all free stuff, folks. But then the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge is right here. That's where the challenge is. If you're ready, if you've gotten to the point where change isn't just desired, folks, or maybe if you haven't hit rock bottom yet. If you haven't hit rock bottom yet, the challenge is probably not going to be for you, because you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to do some work to get off of those meds, to get your life back, to get off the roller coaster, to lower your A1C naturally. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to go take a blood sugar shower. You're going to have to maintain your pace. Peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. That's what you're going to have to do, folks. If that's you, if you're ready to take control of your blood sugar, I want you to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. That's what you should do. If that's you. If you want to get off of that roller coaster like we talked about, you should join this challenge. It's $99 to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But if you use the discount code, the live discount code, and leave it open for another hour, it is, what is it? Oh, yeah. This week, escape. Escape. That's what it is. If you're ready to escape, join that challenge. If not, if you're not ready to escape, if you're okay with where you are when it comes to managing your diabetes and insulin resistance, I'm going to cheer you on. Fantastic. But if you're ready, click the link in my bio. Use that discount code ESCAPE. You're joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge for $79. And again, for my folks who are ready to go beyond, you graduated from the challenge, there's another link as well. The last one, go beyond, right here. There it is. There's a lot of freebies on there, folks. Go beyond the challenge right there. All of that goodies, all the goodies there. What you'd expect, even more goodies. Continuation from the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Real life, that's what it is. But that's it, folks. I will see y'all tomorrow. But here's the thing I want y'all to remember in the meantime. That when we're born, we look like our parents. But when we die, we look like our choices.